second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Till I feel the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room, perfume, go.
I recognize your fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit, and I know your taste is a little bit, high maintenance, everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis, with poetic justice, if I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs, dedicated to you, and you're in the mood for empathy, there's blood in my pen, better yet with your friends and them, I really wanna know you all, I really wanna show you off. Pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation rule the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Can I tell you something for what it's worth? If you had it, that's all I have. so quiet, but I hear you. You say you tell me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you never said I couldn't miss you touch. I needed you, I needed you. Needed to get some close from you. I was just alone with you. So come close, won't you? Won't you? Can I tell you something for what it is worth? We ain't having it, that's all right. Show you something, give you more than what we had in this place. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what we had in this place. Take you there, take you there, take you there. Won't you fill me up till my cup's overflowing? I'm so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you. Say you tell me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you never said I couldn't miss you touch. I needed you, I needed you. Needed to get some close from you. I was just alone with you. So come close, won't you? Won't you? Can I tell you something for what it is worth? We ain't having it, that's all right. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what we ain't having it, that's all right. Take you there, take you there, take you there. Can you please be done? Can you just be nothing? Can be done? Can you to me, yeah. Can you please be done? Can you just be nothing? Can you to me,
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high, hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you and you're in the mood for empathy. It's blood in my pen. Better yet with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homie. Sorry, they say conversation rule the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you do what you want. I guess I'm doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want?
My new bitch look like Tyler Perry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch fun like Jackie Brown. I wanna love her, she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, get a low maybe. In the meantime,
It's not going what I want.
it's some me time.
Hope you doing what you want.
By the beach like Odell. No, I'm up, my killers don't tell. Shadow my mom, cause I knew you off the shelf. Now my bitch is to Chanel. Will you be my leading lady? I wanna call you and get a little maybe. In the meantime,
It's not going what I want.
it's some me time.
Hope you doing what you want. Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you do what you want.
In the meantime,
Just not doing what I want.
it's some me time.
You doing what you want.
In the meantime,
Just not doing what I want.
it's some me time.
You doing what you want.
Maybe I'll love myself, I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. See me in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
I need you in the morning, but I need you now. Yeah, I know I give you all you need. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Tell me that the
Say your body talk to me nice. Say I'm my love you didn't need for your life. Yeah, our love no be like. Say every day together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave, you go by. Yeah, if you leave, I go loving your body, baby. Loving your body, baby. As you're whining your body, baby. So crazy. Loving your body, baby. Girl, you want need me. I just wanna let you know. Oh, baby, day.
Don't need no other body. Don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body, baby. Ask me, baby. No one, no one,
Till the morning, my won't stop when you're loving. I just wanna get you beside me.
give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all you, give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all. Make I give you all you need, every touch you need, give you all, make I give you all you need, baby. Yeah. Don't need no other body. Don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body. Girl, I want you there. Girl, I want you there. I want to reach your love. I need your I want to get. Baby, love, I know you ready.
Whole 10 shining stars, big dipper. Get a lot of haystack gang in the city.
Good morning, y'all. Come on in. Excuse me. Come on in. Come on in. Double tap the screen for the light, please. And thank you. I appreciate it. I do. I do. Happy Friday, everybody. Listen. So, for those that have been following me on this channel for a while, y'all should remember the Kyron Lacey story. Kyron Lacey story that we covered. I'm going to give a little synopsis for those that may not have been following at the time. The first thing I want to let y'all know is that Kyron was, I don't want to get it twisted. I want to say it right. Kyron Lacey was, for those that know our sis, Lucius, which I'm sure all of you know right now, it's her nephew. Second thing I want to say is may God continue to heal, keep, and bless his family, bless his soul. May he continue to well, he's definitely going to continue to rest in peace because it seems as if the truth is about to come out. Well, I think the truth actually been out. It's just that, for some reason, I don't know. It seemed like it was a big cover up, and it was a big cover up. What I'm trying to figure out is how that cover up was able to, happen. But hey, that's neither here nor there. They say a lot about Louisiana and the law and things of that nature. But we ain't gonna get into that today. But we are gonna get into the fact that recently there's some new evidence that came out. I think, of course I want to update this story. I really do. I felt real passionate about it when I covered it the first time, but it's kind of triggering for me. You know, it's kind of triggering for me for many different reasons. One of the reasons is because this young man is no longer here. And he's no longer here due to people lying. And it's just, to me, it's just sad, but it's infuriating for real, for real. It pisses you off. But we're going to talk a little bit more about it. In fact, I think the next time I come on, I'm going to do a panel. But for today, I'm going to catch those up that may not have been around when we covered this story. I'm going to catch y'all up on his story. And we're going to get into the new update. Okay? So what I'm going to do, of course, y'all know how I do. I'm going to play some clips. I'm going to play some clips as to what's going on in the here and now. And then we're going to listen to a content creator that I like, that I respect, and that I think covered this story from the beginning. And we're going to listen to him too as well. I don't know how much we're going to get to today, but there's definitely going to be a part 2. Y'all hold on, because my coffee is really bad. Hold on a minute, y'all. Hold on. I'll be right back. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Let's get into it. So, like I say, if anybody got any questions, please put them in the chat. If not, I'm gonna try to get through these clips that I have, so we can get to the updates. We're also gonna listen to an interview with his attorney, Matthew Ory, who has been screaming to the mountaintops, and he's very angry about what happened with Kyron. He's been screaming from the mountaintops from day one that this young man was innocent. But shout out to him. I'm gonna get into it, y'all. I'm gonna play the clip so we can get through it.
Lacy is so good. I mean, he doesn't have the speed maybe of his teammate Hilton, but physical, strong, just so good at contested catches, so savvy. Touchdown! Kyron Lacy, and LSU wins!
Got that gas. Tonight, we began with a tragic end for a young man hoping for a promising future in the NFL. The former LSU star died during a police chase in Harris County over the weekend.
Officers first responded to a call Saturday night after Lacy and a family member got into an argument. Police say Lacy fired a shot at the ground and then took off in the car. He crashed several miles later. EMS pronounced Lacy dead at the scene, saying he appeared to have shot himself prior to that crash. An autopsy, though, is yet to be conducted. Lacy was facing a negligent homicide charge in connection with the deadly crash last December that killed a 78-year-old man. A grand jury was scheduled to start hearing the case today.
His lawyer, calling the investigation a witch hunt, is demanding a full review of the case and the media's treatment of Lacy. Because Ocho, when we growing up, we young, we thought only old people die. I didn't see a whole lot of young people die. We thought old people. You get to be 70, 80, 90 years old. But now we see that's not the case. That's why you can't be upset about, because death does not discriminate. He'll knock on the young. He'll knock on the rich. He'll knock on the poor. And when he has that appointment, it's the one appointment that you'll never be able to reschedule. You got to take that appointment when it's your time. And the thing is, we don't know when it is our time.
Oh, and a heck of a job by Lacey recognizing that and coming back.
I put that shit in my pen.
Again, and Lacey, I think you got to put down again. So 2 plays, and they go to a guy who made big plays.
I hit it again. I quit it again. See, they feeling the kid. Yeah, I'm in it to win.
Play fake. Sends it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kyron.
I know I Jeezy moving down. Gotta get them to see it. Robbie and Murky for your shit. They be killing the sin. I smoke black on
sets up. Kicks it downfield. It's Lacey. Oh, breaks a catch.
I ain't gotta do too much, little mama. You know I'm the shit. I ain't dying with my game. Fuck we go.
Incredible personality. I'll remember him as somebody that had a love for the game, a love for being a Tiger, and was a guy that played with great emotion. When you think of Kyron, you're going to smile most of the time because of the way he handled himself. He was a guy that was full of energy. And I think a lot of his teammates will remember him that way as well.
Because I would hate to suffer that devastation that was suffered this past week from someone in this room, and they sitting up there hiding in plain sight. So you don't have to be that emotional. You don't have to be that kind. You don't have to be that considerate. But look at your teammate and say, "Man, I love you, man. You know that, right? Yes, sir. You know that, right? Yes, sir. You know I love you, right, Punch Roll? Yes, sir. And all the rest of y'all, right? Yes, sir. How hard was that? But see, the difference between me, I mean that. I really mean that. And if y'all take your time to get out your pity party and really get to know these coaches as well as myself, you'll know we really mean that. It's not about what you could just do for us, it's really what we can do for you. Because we've had our shot. We've done this, we've done that, we've had our shot. I do not want to lose one of y'all at all. Do y'all understand? So give love to your teammates. You always talk about family. You always breaking it down to my family. But are you really family? Because family should know each other, family should love each other, family should support each other, family should be there for one another. Am I right or wrong? Well, we're going to be family, let's be family. Not only when we up, let's be family all the time. We got that?
I needed Kyron to hold on for.
Despite Lacey's death in April, Ori hasn't stopped trying to exonerate him from allegations he caused a fatal crash in Thibodaux that took the life of 78-year-old Herman Hall.
Was a great man with a loving family.
State police charged the wide receiver with negligent homicide after they say his actions of illegally passing cars caused another car to fatally impact Hall's car as they swerved to avoid Lacey.
I've got everything. I've got every piece of evidence I have viewed. I've examined every piece of evidence.
Ori appeared on a segment on HTV with host Martin Foles to discuss what he found in the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's investigation as compared to the original state police investigation. The conclusion of the DA's report was that Lacey was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodaux, coming from Battery. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Lacey come to a stop.
The video provides key insight that was previously withheld, according to Ori.
Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. I was going to just let these clips play. Oh, wait a minute. Where was this footage? Like, where was this video? This clearly shows what Mr. Ori, now, y'all, that guy that's speaking, that's Matt Ori, that's his attorney. For those that don't know about this case, please go back on my timeline and go watch our initial reactions to what happened, because we went back. We reacted to this when it first, well, okay, so you have to go back years, and I can't remember how long ago it was. But, okay, let me just say this. Let me start from the beginning. Kyron Lacey, number 2, LSU. He was a star football player. He was accused of causing an accident that took the life of the man y'all saw in the clip. He was accused of that. He was arrested, bonded out. He was out on bond, and he got into something happened. Okay, he was bonded out. He was supposed to attend the draft. They banned him from the draft, which, took a toll on him or whatever. Long story short, he was going through, as you can imagine, the young man worked his whole life to get to the draft. He was a star football player with LSU. All this stuff started happening. He got arrested for causing this accident. They banned him from the draft. He started going through things, right? An incident happened one night, and he was involved in a police chase with the cops, and he ended up unaliving himself that night. His lawyer has been saying from day one that Karen did not cause that accident that ultimately led him, I think, my opinion, in some type of depression. It messed with him really bad. But where in the hell was this? Because, see, when I was reacting to this back then, I'm going to back that up a little bit, y'all. I'm going to back that up a little bit.
Time you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2, cars just making their way.
District Attorney's investigation as compared to the original state police investigation. The conclusion of the DA's report was that Laci was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodeau, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of... You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Laci come to a stop.
The video provides key insight that was previously withheld, according to Ori.
At the time of impact, he's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles. That is not how this story was ever painted. Never.
But perhaps the most concerning of Ori's findings...
If I could remember, they said that not only did he cause the wreck, but he stopped, didn't get out or anything, because that was another thing they said. He didn't render aid. They said he stopped and then he left the scene. They said he stopped, knew that he had caused the wreck, left the scene, and then ended up leaving town. Okay, I'm gonna try not to stop it no more, y'all. I want to get through these clips. Oh my God.
Sir? This interaction recorded on body cam of a state trooper getting a witness statement.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes, and the brakes, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger, and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger.
But then you hear Gold Truck, the witness who's the Gold Truck, what he says. And he says verbatim.
I ain't skid marking nothing. I wasn't even going for it. That lady in the back of me, she has always had me. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side.
I didn't skid marked or nothing because I wasn't even going that fast. That lady in the back of me, she didn't see what's happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was going to run into the back of me, and she pulled into the other side.
Both Ori and the district attorney's office say the trooper coerced the witness into blaming Laci, despite that not being his recollection of events.
Also, the Louisiana Democratic Party is now calling for an independent investigation into what it says to be wrongful accusations made against Laci. In a released statement, the party said the situation shows how false reporting and misuse of authority could lead to harming lives and public trust. The party is also working with the Laci family to propose the Laci Law, which is a bill that would penalize officers who knowingly make false reports or misrepresent evidence. Well, you
mentioned Kyron. How important was it for the Epstein family? Was it to come out and kind of, I don't know if closure is the word, but you get some verification of he's the guy that you guys always knew he was?
It's pretty eye-opening.
it's pretty eye-opening to see so many people have to eat their words after saying so much bad about him. I was really emotional when I saw that, and for most of the family, and I mean, I can't say that I knew him well. I can't say that I ever spoke a word to him, but for those that did, and for people who truly cared, it is closure. It is closure.
This probably dovetails into that, but last week some unsettling news regarding Kyron Lacey's situation there. Just him having been a part of this team. What are your thoughts on that, and will you use it to address the team regarding it now?
No, look, and it does. It kind of follows up on Koki's question. Is that, I thought that this is a process that takes time. I think I said back in, when this occurred, that let's wait until all the information comes out, because for us to make these, universal statements early on, it doesn't serve anybody well. And so, I don't have any facts here. I'm following it just like you guys are. Let's just be patient and make sure that all the information gets out. He's loved by us, was loved before, and is loved after. So, there's not really a need to talk to our team. They follow it. They love Kyron. He was a great teammate, and he's going to be missed.
Just hours after the Louisiana Attorney General announced her plans to get involved in the Kyron Lacey investigation, we are hearing from the Louisiana State Police.
Well, that comes as new video questions the integrity of the initial investigation into a fatal crash involving the LSU standout. We're talking about Kyron Lacey, who was facing negligent homicide charges and took his own life days before a grand jury hearing.
WDSU's Jonah Gilmore is live. And Jonah, what are state police saying about it today?
So, Gina, state police are now saying they are putting together an investigative briefing video and will release it to the public, showing what happened before, during, and after that deadly crash.
Cheer for Kyron Lacey just like you did at Saturday night at the LSU football game. Cheer for his justice.
A resounding call to state leaders from the NAACP after new video from a deadly crash appears to show former LSU football player Kyron Lacey played no role.
When you watch that video and you know the end result of everything that happened, you'd be less than human to not see a problem.
This isn't speculation.
The video released during an interview with HTV10 shows Lacey's vehicle passing the area moments after two other cars crashed.
That is not how the story was ever painted.
Just make sure you add in there a different narrative from what state police initially reported.
Nowhere in here does it say anything that you guys just saw on body cam.
Following the circulation of the footage, Attorney General Liz Murr released a statement saying, "I have been in touch with Louisiana State Police about independently reviewing all the witness statements and evidence in this case."
There are some good troopers. I ran into some, right? But at the same time, the administration in itself, right, over the years have shown us nothing but corruption.
The NAACP says the lack of comments following the new video speaks volumes after the promising player was publicly scrutinized. Still, his former coach is hoping for resolve, saying this is a process that takes time.
Let's wait until all the information comes out, because for us to make these,
I'm sorry. This coach is giving me the heebie-jeebies. I mean, you said let's wait for all the information to come out. I get that, but this video, you can't dispute this video. You can't dispute the fact that these people made it seem like this young man caused this accident, and he clearly, and for those who hadn't caught on yet, he was in the green car. He was in the green car. You clearly can tell. See, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a minute, y'all. I mean, you could clearly see, hey, Queen, that this young man was nowhere near that accident when it happened. He was in traffic like everybody else. And then, if I could remember correctly, and I myself got to go back and look at some of the old stuff, because back when I was reacting, I knew everything step by step. I mean, I knew every detail. But, of course, it's been some time. So I got to go back and refresh myself. But if I can remember correctly, the narrative was that he was in front of these cars. My thing with this coach, like, I get it. See, what a lot of people don't realize is when it comes to this college football game, College football generates a whole lot of money. You get what I'm saying, especially here in the South. I know for a fact here in the South. When you're a college football coach or even a player, I understand you have to be really, really careful. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this, man, for you to stand up there, he just acts so. And listen, I could be wrong. I could be taking it wrong. I really can't be taking his demeanor wrong. But he's still like he's not. And I can remember reacting to him back when Kyron unalived himself, and I felt aware about some of the things he said, but I just let it go. You know, everybody's not emotional. Everybody's not, they don't show emotion. They don't show empathy or sympathy, even though they may have it. It just don't come across that way. But for him to stand up there after this video done came out, and for you to still say, let's just wait for all the, it's going to be some more stuff to come out, because if they go back and interview those witnesses again, a whole lot of stuff going to come out. But what do you have to say about the fact that this video has come out and this young man clearly had nothing to do with an accident that he was accused of, arrested for, went to jail, got out, and that was the beginning of the end for him? What do you have to say about that? I just don't get it. And this is a young man that played for you, and you say it could be just me, y'all, so I ain't gonna do too much. I ain't gonna do too much. Let me keep playing.
Universal statements early on, it doesn't serve anybody well.
As of now, state police have not identified a new or additional suspect. Right now, we are still working to find out when that video will be released. Reporting in New Orleans, more WBSU News.
From the WBSC investigative unit.
Yes, it messed up his chance to go to the NFL, Mama T, and that's what broke him. That's what broke him. This young man took his life 2 days. His attorney said, and I reacted to the interview his attorney did back then. Y'all go back. If y'all don't go back to the old stuff, go back to my content, because I covered all of that. But his attorney told Kyron, hold on. And that's who voice y'all heard in that clip where he said, Kyron, I got you. That was his attorney. So Kyron unalived himself 2 days before the grand jury actually convened. 2 days. So he had been charged with the crime, but he had not been indicted. But I remember the attorney doing that interview saying, Kyron, I got this. There's no way they're going to indict you. I got this. But, so much damage had been done, though. He was uninvited to the draft. And he was just in a bad place, I think. Because, even though, let's just say the case that it went to the grand jury, they no-billed it, which means they didn't indict him. His life still was altered. It was altered in such a bad way. I'm going to continue to play the clip, y'all. I'm at a loss of words. I don't know if y'all can tell, but that's my first time. Y'all know a lot of stuff I react to, I do with y'all. That's my first time seeing that video. That was my first time seeing that video and seeing how blatantly somebody lied. Blatantly. It's some sad shit. Some sad shit.
Tonight, some state legislators are asking for a formal investigation into state police in the handling of a fatal Lafourche Parish car crash that resulted in the arrest of former LSU wide receiver Kyron Lacy.
Lacy was charged with negligent homicide in January of this year. He took his own life in April. His former attorney recently released new information he believes exonerates his client, and it has caused quite the public uproar. Bess Casserly has details.
Michael, Sylvia, the WBRZ investigative unit was the first to report this morning that the Louisiana Black Caucus sent a letter to Speaker of the House Philip de Villiers asking for the investigation.
It's a tragedy that Kyron Lacy was persecuted and prejudged before he had an opportunity to at least present his side in court. And that he felt so hopeless that he took his own life from it.
State Representative and Legislative Black Caucus Chairman Edmund Jordan is calling for a formal investigation into state police in light of new information surrounding their case against Kyron Lacy.
We want two things. We certainly want a formal investigation from whether it be the Attorney General or the District Attorney in Lafourche Parish. But we also want a public investigation, a public hearing, so that the people can see, the people can have confidence that this is open and transparent.
It comes after Lacy's former attorney, Matt Orey, released the results of his and the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's investigation into the crash that took the life of 78-year-old Herman Hall.
He's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles. That is not how this story was ever painted. Never.
State police charged the LSU football star with negligent homicide after they say his actions of illegally passing cars caused another car to fatally impact Halls.
It's a black eye for the state of Louisiana.
Jordan hopes to get answers from state police through a bipartisan special committee, similar to the Ronald Green death investigation in 2022.
What I do care is holding these people accountable that killed this man. But I do want to get to the truth.
Though the Department of Justice declined to bring charges on the troopers involved in Green's death, Jordan says a lot was brought to light.
And we found a lot of things from that, and we thought a lot of those things had been corrected.
One of those things, Jordan says, is filing false reports.
We need to make sure that the reports that are turned over to state police are turned over to judges to make arrest warrants, that they're accurate, that they're fair, that they're not fabricated.
Sir. Jordan is referring to this interaction between a trooper and witness of the wreck.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger.
Orey alleges the trooper coerced that witness to implicate Lacy.
You just saw a statement where somebody tells them what to say. They tell them that's not what happened. They still give me the statement.
That witness statement, which the witness refused to sign, was used to obtain Lacy's arrest warrant. State police is standing by their investigation. A spokesperson says they aren't disputing that Lacy was behind the crash when it happened, but that his reckless operation caused the wreck. Late this afternoon, they added they are compiling an investigative briefing video to be released to the public. Attorney General Liz Murrill said she's been in touch with LSP about reviewing the evidence in the case herself. For the investigative unit, Bess Casserly, WBRZ News 2.
All right, y'all. So this is that video I guess they were speaking about, this briefing video from the Louisiana State Police. Let's listen to this very carefully, y'all, because this is them. This is them explaining why Kyron was arrested and charged with this crime.
I'm Colonel Robert Hodges, Superintendent of Louisiana State Police. You're about to view a critical incident briefing video that is intended to give the community a better understanding of the incident that occurred. The video is inclusive of evidence related to the incident, which may include 911 calls, body-worn camera footage, and other relevant information. As this comprehensive investigation develops, our understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. The department's ability to investigate these incidents relies on the impartial and transparent investigations, as well as considering the potential criminal responsibility of those involved.
On Tuesday, December 17, 2024, Louisiana State Police Troop C began investigating a fatal crash that occurred on LA 20 near Perez Lane and Chack Bay, located in Lafourche Parish. This investigative briefing has been prepared to provide clarification of the facts and an accurate depiction of the evidence in the moments leading up to the crash and the subsequent investigation. Due to differences in technology, the timestamps on the business surveillance footage may not align with the actual time data recorded by Louisiana State Police based on recorded radio communications. According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 52 seconds, a green Dodge Charger is seen traveling south in the opposing lane on LA 20 at a high rate of speed, passing 3 passenger vehicles and 1 loaded 18-wheeler in a designated no passing zone with a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. As the green Dodge Charger returns to the southbound lane, aggressive braking and engine deceleration are immediately followed by a crash that can be heard on the surveillance footage. According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 54 seconds, a portion of the crash can be seen as it occurs. Moments before the crash, the gold pickup truck abruptly veers out of the northbound lane into a business, while the green Charger is approaching in the same lane. Immediately after the crash occurred, the green Charger was observed on surveillance video and by witnesses traveling through the crash scene and continues north on LA 20, failing to stop. At the same time, all other vehicles remain at the scene to provide assistance. The briefing will now transition to the troopers' response and investigation. At 12 o'clock p.m., a two-vehicle injury crash with road blockage was dispatched to Louisiana State Police Troop C via the 911 dispatch system. The responding trooper arrived on the scene at 12:07 p.m. and was immediately met by numerous witnesses who described a green Charger driving aggressively and causing the crash. The video has been edited for time purposes.
102, be advised, we got total road blockage on LA 20.
If you get a chance, can you advise code of injury?
Civil.
Let's take a turn and then get head on.
Did you see the green Charger flying that way? A green Charger going that way?
There was a green Charger. That's the green Charger caused all this.
SRT8, he caused all this. He went to pass the cars way back there, sir.
The green Charger collided with these cars?
He went right into
He went around that truck, okay? He was passing up with her right now, and she had no choice. She hits the pole, he gets this.
How are they injuries? What
She
are they?
got a broken ankle.
Back injuries and then stuff like that. I was
So
on
two back injuries, one broken ankle?
Yeah, I just told him not to move. You know what I'm saying?
You said something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green Charger?
I'm down 18 right there, sir.
Okay, so you saw it? So what did you see happen?
He went to pass him. I say when he went to pass me cars back there around around the curve, right?
Okay.
All right. Hey, he come down, right? When he come down, I got Mr. He had his brother that he was taken to the emergency room, to the hospital or something like that, chemo or something like that. But I got his number also to verify this, because he was a car that was in front of her. When that green Charger came, he went and caused this whole big traffic, so everybody went to hitting brakes. But the Charger, I thought he hit the gold truck head on. So he jammed on brakes. She was coming down. They was going that way. When I saw...
Which way was the Charger going? The Charger
was going this way.
Was going this way. Okay.
She was coming this way.
Okay.
They was going this way also. Mr. jammed on brakes. She went to dodge Mr. And that's when she came on.
I was about to
hit him, on the left side. She come over and hit him.
Which 18 wheel were you driving?
The rebel.
Okay. So the Charger, I guess, passed you up?
The Charger D-line, it was cars behind me because I'm taking my time.
And the Charger passing all these cars in this
everybody.
lane? And so almost hit this one head on?
No, he almost hit it was a gold truck. I got his number right here. That's why I think his number in his name.
Almost hit the gold truck head on?
Yeah, that's his number and phone number and name.
So the gold truck, what did the gold truck do?
The gold truck in his area right here.
The gold truck slams on his brakes?
Slams on brakes to stop the Charger. The Charger swerves back in.
Okay.
Because somebody else off, whoever was behind them.
Okay.
But then they slammed on, the Charger, he swerved in front of them. They slammed on brakes. And by this time, he slips through, right?
Okay.
As he slips through, she's coming. She like to round the back of the gold truck. That's what I'm saying.
So you almost hit the back of Miss.
Yeah, Miss.
Was Miss truck hit?
No. He was missed.
Okay. So the truck, Mr. He slammed on it.
No, it's just right up. The gold truck was right up there.
Right.
Yeah.
He slams on his brakes to avoid the Charger.
Yeah.
This car, what?
Because that car off, if I'm not mistaken.
So what does this car do? It just swerves out the way to avoid.
She turned the wrong way. Yeah. Instead of going towards the post, she turned this way.
Okay, so she turned this way, and then this car was just coming.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
And then the Charger came around.
That's the number for the guy that was in the gold truck.
Okay.
Yeah, the Charger stopped.
I took that because he was using it, but
Okay.
And see what happened, the Charger had stopped.
Is a green Charger?
Yeah. But then when he seen what happened, he almost hit me because he came right here. He kept on.
He's the only one that that jumped out of traffic. Everybody else turned around with the other way. He jumped out of traffic, eased through here, and went on down the road.
Okay.
Okay. Look, I know it's hurting right now, but do you think you could just tell me briefly what happened, or do you remember?
I just know the truck was stopping the brakes. The other car was trying to pass the other car. I was trying to dodge by not hitting them by coming around.
Okay. You remember how fast you were going?
The speed limit.
Okay. Thank you.
While on scene, the investigating trooper obtained written and recorded statements. The trooper also spoke with additional witnesses via phone and ultimately obtained written statements later in the investigation. After the crash, the passenger in the Kia Sorento died. As part of the continued investigation, The investigating trooper made contact with the driver of the gold truck at a later date to obtain an official written statement based on previous conversations. Troopers also received an additional witness statement describing the erratic driving behavior of the green Charger 10 minutes before the crash. Following the on-scene investigation, troopers identified the green Charger as a vehicle of interest and utilized 21 separate surveillance video cameras to capture the uninterrupted path of the green Charger from the crash scene to its Thibodeau business 11 miles away. Through the use of investigative tools, troopers were able to obtain the license plate number of the green Charger on December 19, 2024. On December 26, 2024, troopers determined that Kyron Lacey was the driver of the green Charger at the time of the crash. Just prior to the crash, Lacey was illegally in the opposing lane, passing southbound vehicles. The gold truck traveling north veered right to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger. As the gold truck veered right, the driver of the Kia Cadenza saw the approaching green Charger. In reaction, the Kia Cadenza driver swerved left into the southbound lane and impacted a northbound Kia Sorento. Through the investigation, troopers determined that the driver of the gold truck reacted appropriately to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger, which was approaching at a high rate of speed. In consideration of the high speed of the green Charger compared to the surrounding and opposing vehicles, the reaction time of the involved drivers was greatly diminished. Since the incident occurred, the Louisiana State Police never reported that the green Charger impacted any of the involved vehicles. However, all evidence collected supports the conclusion that Lacey's reckless operation of the green Charger in oncoming traffic triggered the chain of events involving the other drivers, ultimately resulting in the fatal crash. Additionally, troopers determined that less than 10 minutes after the crash occurred, evidence supports that Lacey's first outgoing phone call was to a Baton Rouge area personal injury and defense attorney. After consultation with the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office on January 2, 2025, an arrest warrant was signed on January 8, 2025, through the 17th Judicial Court for Kyron Lacey. In coordination with his attorney, Lacey was arrested on January 12, 2025, at the Lafourche Parish Correctional Center. The driver of the Kia Cadenza was initially issued a citation for following too close, which was later amended to driving left of center. This incident resulted in numerous injuries and loss of life. All involved victims deserve a thorough and complete investigation based on all available factual evidence. Additional investigative reports and videos can be utilized through the Trending Topics link on the GovQA platform.
Okay, so they're saying because of him going at a high rate of speed and illegally changing lanes, which is done all day, every day. Let's just be clear. He caused a truck to make a move that caused the other car to make a move. I'm gonna have to watch that over the weekend. I'm gonna have to watch that video over and understand what these people are saying, because I still don't get it. Like, I get that he illegally changed lanes, but he was behind the accident. Like, okay, so the truck. I'm gonna have to study that video, because I'm still confused. I am. We're gonna go to his lawyer, see what my time is, because I want to make shorts out of this, so I gotta make sure I don't go over 2 hours. Okay, let's listen to his lawyer. This was 2 days ago. Hold on. Maybe I get some more understanding.
State Police dropped new video today. Your thoughts on the video drop and new details from State Police, given the fact that what you released from the DA's office on Friday painted a different picture. State Police came out today. They dropped their own video. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think it painted a different picture at all, if that's what you're implying. But what I will say is what they dropped, let's start with the video. If you can refer to page 5 in here of the district attorney's own investigation, they specifically note that that video, the video that they provided, that the attention was turned to the sound of the video, is not synchronized correctly. Am I right or wrong? Is that not exactly what that says? It is not synchronized correctly.
Yeah,
right?
Sound on the video is not synchronized. You're talking about the video from the gas station when his car was going.
Well, correct.
And then the video of the wreck.
And what they're telling you here is that this video.
Cuba Q, you want to come up and explain to me, since you get it and I don't? You want to come on the panel? Thank you, Tamara. Hold on a minute, y'all. Let me see what Tamara said. Keep it cute. The link is on the community wall if you want to come up, boo. Thank you so much, Tamara, for the support, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Can you email me tomorrow? Cause can you email me? You in the bushes, I know. You in the bushes. But I need you to email me and tell me what's up. What's going on? Are you good? You're welcome, Truth. I didn't say anything. Mama T. Mama T, listen, it's nothing like understanding, right? And I strive for understanding, but I'm not understanding. Still, I mean, I get he was driving, quote unquote, recklessly and switching the lanes and stuff, but I'm still trying to understand how he did cause the people in front of him to wreck. Okay, so they say the truck did something to avoid a head-on collision with him, but I saw him back over in his lane though. I'm just confused, and you know what I'm saying? It's just not making sense to me. Let's see if Keeper Q comes up, cause she said she get what they saying. We're gonna listen to Matt Ori, his attorney, until Keeper Q comes up.
And that audio would make it appear that Kyron Lacey's closer than he is. But I love that that's where it starts. That's part of the problem. That's where the investigation starts. It starts with that video that we now know the audio is misleading. That is according to the district attorney. And it also starts with a witness saying the green Charger. That is one of the witnesses that I referred to initially that actually said that the Charger got in between and went in between the vehicle of Mr. Hall and vehicle number 2, and then they collided. That is factually incorrect according to their video. I am grateful for the video. That same video is exactly what allowed us to ascertain how far exactly behind this crash Mr. Lacey actually was. So I'm very appreciative of the video.
So if we could talk about this, the state police dropped the video today. Their findings led them to believe that Kyra Lacey should have been charged with negligent homicide. You've released the DA's report, which is contradictory to what the state police investigation.
You say you gotta look at both videos. What both videos, Heathen? Okay, fine. I ain't hear the doorbell. Did you ring the doorbell, girl?
You didn't.
Hey, girl.
You didn't hear me banging like the popo.
I ain't hear you banging, girl. What's up? What's up? Explain to me, girl.
It's. I get what they're saying. You're the cause, but you didn't hit nobody. You get what I'm saying?
I get that. I get that's what they're
road?
saying. But can you explain to me why you get what they're saying? He's the cause. How do you see him as being the cause?
Have you ever?
Because if you give another one of the drivers a ticket for riding too close, that means even if he was a cause, that person should be a cause too.
So it's kind of hard for me to explain. Have you ever been on the road and you see a person weaving in and out, passing traffic illegally
all the time,
and they're gone, and then there's an impact because of what you just did?
But they not. But you gotta that gotta be the case though, and I'm still confused as that being the case.
Yeah, I'm not. I've seen it done before, and it's almost caused me an accident.
Heathen, ain't it the same video? You say the video the police put out and the video Lacey's attorney put out. It's the same video. It's the same video, but I think his is at a different angle. I'll replay both of them. I know what you're saying, because one video has, one is the one the lawyer put out, and then the other one was in that briefing, right? Is that what you're saying? I can maybe see him charged with reckless driving.
Yeah,
for the illegally changing lanes and shit, but I'm still trying to see how his illegally changing lanes caused the accident.
It could be like a domino effect. You get what I'm saying?
But I saw him slow up I saw him behind the accident. For him to have caused it, the way they making it seem like he caused the accident and then he left the scene. I'm seeing this man behind the accident. I'm seeing him behind the accident. Now I can understand if I'm seeing him in front when the impact was made, he was in front. He was behind when the impact was made. That's what I'm not getting.
I have to see the video again.
I'm gonna replay them. I'm gonna replay both videos. Okay, you gonna stay up?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play the one. Let me see. What's the title of the first one?
But I can understand a person their negligence or reckless driving can cause an accident without them being the actual person to make impact to another person.
He was behind the accident, Fonberry.
Okay, I gotta
He was
see it.
behind. Listen, okay, let me find it. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, Tanya, maybe reckless driving. I don't know.
Okay, LSPD releases. Okay, because I can't hardly see this shit. Hold on.
Yeah, if he was behind, then
you didn't see that. You didn't see how he was behind the crash.
Well, I was looking on my phone, and the picture is so small on my phone.
Yeah.
When
Okay, well let's do this.
App.
Let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna oh no, let's do. I don't need the other one. What is the other one? Oh shoot. Hold on, y'all. Attorney. Let's see if this one is it. Attorney. Hold on, I heard that. Hey, Heathen.
Hey.
Despite
maybe it's in this clip. It's in one of these clips. Okay, what you guys say, Heathen, before I replay the
Wait, where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, there you are.
No, I'm
okay.
listening to you. I'm just trying to see something.
Yeah. So, okay, I watched the video. I watched both angles. So, what they're saying is it makes sense if you go by the clip that the police show. But you can see the sound is off. Because if you look at the other view, he slows down because the impact had already occurred. He hadn't even created no. I mean, he had nothing to do with that.
I thought you were saying you understood why they charged him.
No, I'm saying I understood the story that they were trying to put
Oh, I
out.
understand the story they're trying to tell. And if I could recall back when I reacted to it when he first unalived himself, they made it seem like that this dude, they made it seem like Kyron was like, he swerved, he caused the crash, and then he pulled off. That's what I remember. I remember the way the story was told is that he was illegally changing lanes. He caused these people to crash. He ended up in front of them, caused them to crash, and he pulled out. That's not what I'm saying.
I mean, I watched both angles and clear as day. And that police department is lying. And how are you gonna edit a video to create a sound?
Now you gotta remember this is the same, and I don't know if it's the Louisiana police, the Louisiana state. I don't think it's Louisiana state, But do y'all know that guy? What's the name of that guy that just got apprehended? He was one of the escapees. Groves is his name.
I think so.
Do y'all know that man was sent to prison for murder because of a rap song?
A rap song.
Isn't he from Louisiana?
Yeah,
Yeah, Derrick Groves, Mama T. Isn't he from
Yeah.
Louisiana?
Yeah.
Wasn't he in prison in Louisiana?
Yeah. And they escaped.
And they found him.
What I'm saying is, do you know that he was initially locked up? Like he's initially in prison for murders that he said he didn't commit, and basically he was convicted because of a rap song he put out.
How can you go to jail from a rap song?
I don't know the full story. I just
did.
heard about it. And I hadn't investigated it because I haven't followed that whole escaping and all that. I didn't follow that. But when I heard that, it made me want to go back and research what he went to prison for and what happened. But that's what I heard. But
I mean, I know some.
That's neither here nor there. But anyway, I'm just saying I've heard stories about Louisiana.
Me too.
I've heard many stories about Louisiana.
Me too.
Look at man talking about free seat murder. Yep, that's another story out of the great Louisiana. But I don't get it, y'all. I am so confused. Okay, we're gonna watch this clip, and I don't even think the other car even knew. Oh, Tanya said this happened to me. Okay, hold on. Tanya said this happened to me. A car cut me off, made me lose control, and I hit another car, and they cited me for failure to control. Yeah, because my thing is they okay, if Kyron is the cause of the accident, why did the other person get a ticket for following too close?
Right, because normally that's
Wouldn't that
what
person
will
be
happen.
the one that yeah, let's watch these clips, y'all. Okay, this one is the one I think the attorney put out.
Despite Lacey's death in April, Ori hasn't stopped trying to exonerate him from allegations he caused a fatal crash in Thibodeau that took the life of 78-year-old Herman Hall.
Was a great man with a loving family.
State police charged the wide receiver with negligent homicide after they say his actions of illegally passing cars caused another car to fatally impact Hall's car as they swerved to avoid Lacey.
I've got everything. I've got every piece of evidence I have viewed. I've examined every piece of evidence.
Ori appeared on a segment on HTV with host Martin Foles to discuss what he found in the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's investigation as compared to the original state police investigation. The conclusion of the DA's report, he was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodeau, coming from Battery. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Lacey come to a stop.
The video provides key.
Yeah, I'm slow that down. I got it on 2 times. Y'all see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it now?
Oh, child, they lied on that young man so tough.
Look, I slowed it down so I can put it at regular speed so y'all can see. And then you gotta think about it. In that clip that we watched from the Louisiana State Police, they're not showing it. They just showing his car. They're not even showing the crash. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. I wish there was a way I could screen share. But in the video that his attorney shows, the view.
This is it. This is the one. This is the one I'm playing. This is the one the attorney put out.
Yeah.
The evidence. See, this was an initial report. The evidence submitted in the crash report does not support that Kyron Lacy should have known that his actions were the cause of the crash that happened approximately 72 yards in front of him.
Right.
Do y'all
And
see
so,
that?
right. So true. And looking at the video that his attorney released, he slows down right along with the other vehicles behind him, right?
Yes.
Because he had passed them up. He slows down and his vehicle kind of spins and he slides through the 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 accident scene. You see what I'm saying? Because he was slowing down, but he didn't make contact with anybody. And you see that on the video that his attorney released.
I'm about to play it.
Story also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodeau, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Lacy come to a stop.
The video provides key insight that was previously withheld, according to Ori.
At the time of impact, 0.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles.
So you see how he passed the accident scene?
I'm backing it up. Okay. You ain't got to
Yeah,
tell me because
okay.
I'm seeing it.
My question is, they didn't show what happened previous to this impact. We don't know what happened back there.
Back where?
He didn't have no impact with nobody.
But
And
what happened?
why would it matter what happened back there if the accident happened up there?
Right.
What I'm saying is, what went on prior to this impact that we did not see? Something caused it that we did not see. Anybody
I
understand
agree
what I'm
with
trying
you
to
because
say?
there was an accident, but I don't see where he was involved in it though.
No. What I'm trying to say
No,
is,
she's saying is how did the initial impact happen with all of the vehicles? It wasn't what was going on in front. What is the front view?
what
Where's the
happened?
footage of what happened in front with the collision of all of those vehicles? Because all that's shown is what happened from where he was coming from, him and the other vehicles that were traveling the same direction. It only shows what was going on, the traffic flow from the side that Kyrie or Lacey and them were coming from. And then the prosecutor side shows that plus the collision and proves that he was feet away from the incident collision and had to slow down as well. So Bond saying is what happened on the other side? What was going on in front?
Basically, what I'm saying is, prior to seeing this impact, right? If we could rewind and go back to what was going on prior to them getting
rewind where? Because they don't show that.
When they were, this is the interstate, the freeway, the highway, whatever you call it, from wherever you're from. Right?
Huh? I get what you're saying. If you could see what was happening, but I'm telling you, they're not showing that.
That's what. Thank you. My point exactly. I need to see what was going on prior to this. Was there reckless driving, all of this, and it had an impact at the end? You get what I'm saying? Who was the cause of that?
Well, they say he was.
I know they're saying that he was, but I wish they could show the footage. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was he recklessly switching in and out of lane, passing it illegally, doing all this to cause this, even though he made no impact to no one?
No, he wasn't. His driving had nothing to do with what happened in front of him.
That's what I don't get. Like, why?
Okay,
How
y'all
could
not
his dri-
understand what I get that
I'm
part.
not.
I'm seeing what y'all see. And from what we see, both of you are absolutely correct. What I'm saying is, prior to that, what happened to even cause it? That's the footage that I want to see. Because
Which
I've been
would
in
be from an
situations
angle that hasn't been shown.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so it would be what happened in front, because he and the other people were behind the accident, and they had to slow down because.
Hold on.
No, you keep saying the
Looked
front,
like he
and
was
that's
on the
what I'm
phone. I don't
saying
know
is
how you could
incorrect.
tell that, man. You must got some type of technology over there that I can't fathom. You said
Mad
looked like
plan.
he was on the phone because he rode up too close for someone not involved. He had time to stop 100 feet back. He did it to himself. What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying. Go ahead, come correct and fun.
Go ahead, Fawn.
Okay. It's hard for me to explain this, but if anyone has ever been in a position or even saw for themselves, it could be a person that's doing things that they shouldn't be doing on the road illegally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Passing illegally, switching
But
back and forth.
I've seen it,
the
but that
lane.
don't make people in front of that person. How does that make people in front of the person? If the person is, okay, let's just say it's clear that they say he was changing lanes illegally, but he was changing lanes illegally, missing something behind these cars. So how does him changing lanes illegally behind the cars make him be the cause of what happened in front of him? Unless I'm not getting it. I just maybe not getting it.
Okay, what I was saying, which car was his? The green car? The greenish looking car?
Yes, the green car.
What I was saying was, I should have said he might have been on the phone, because the accident looked like it
That's what we're
happened
not gonna do though.
seconds. But I'm looking at the camera. I'm
We
looking
can't
at the video
assume
you
that he
just
was on
showed.
the phone.
So what's the time lapse between that accident and he making that pass, of where that camera showing him he passed? Because it looked like to me he had enough time to actually stop. I would have stopped if I saw a big collision in front of me, way in front of me. How
He
fast was he
slowed
going? And
down.
was he
I don't
distracted?
know if he came to a complete stop, but he did slow down. But if he thinking he had nothing to do with the accident and he won't get caught up in the what's finna happen, because we all know the police and everybody's coming. Because from what I get, if I can remember correctly, that young man was on the way out of town. He was getting ready to go out of town. So he was on a time schedule. So this is the thing, and this is another thing they tried to put on him, was the fact that he didn't stop at the accident scene and render aid. That was another thing they tried to put on him.
Maybe that's more the angle I'm looking at.
Let me finish. How many people I have seen it? People witness an accident, and sit there, look at it, and drive the fuck off. That's basically what he did. He witnessed an accident, and instead of him stopping, he drove off.
But he is the main witness. He's the first one pulling up behind the accident. Like the first 2 or 3 cars.
Dude. There were cars in front of him.
Yes.
There were cars in front
true.
of him.
That's true.
He was not. He was not up on that accident at any point in time. There were cars between him. Now, when he went through to get away from it, he may have came up on the cars. But when it actually happened, there were cars in front of him. You said no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't the first to pull up. There were cars in front of him.
And
if
where
they
does
say
it
he was
say
going,
that?
my thing is, if they say he was going so fast, how was he able to slow down and stop?
That's the thing. He slowed down and stopped. You can see his car, kind of spin. He's in a Charger, and he coast through the accident scene, not making any contact with anything, and
I
he did
agree with
not
Dez
stop.
and what is that? Dez and Chloe.
Yeah,
Hey Miss Ann, good to see you, Miss Ann. Cause someone explain what the witnesses are saying back. I'm gonna play it again. The real issue is the young lady that wrecked was riding too close to the gold truck and wasn't paying attention, and she got a ticket for that.
Well, wait a minute. You said he got some kind of punishment for not stopping to rendering aid.
That was
yeah.
something that that was something else that they tried.
Where in the law? Because if you don't know how to render aid, as far as giving first aid or CPR, you're not obligated to do that.
Hell, even if I don't, if I do, if I don't, it's not law that I've stopped and help anybody.
Man, I would have just found a shortcut and went around that sucker. My car wouldn't have been on camera. I would have been seen that. He was too
So
far
Mama
back
T
not to
said,
see it.
from what I gather, so it's a 2-lane road. Drivers going in one direction and drivers going the other. They said he illegally switched lanes and went into the other lane, causing that drive. Listen, but he was so far back. Like, even if he was illegally switching lanes, so what you saying is Karen was closer to. So even if he was illegally switching lanes, he was. I don't listen.
So basically, if he would have switched lanes on the right side, I don't think he would have got in trouble. But since he switched on the left, which was merging in the oncoming traffic, I guess that's illegal.
But
But the
switching
man
lanes
was
and
back in his own lane. Yeah, he was
yeah,
switching lanes, but he was back in his own lane.
and he made
Man,
no contact. He
And
couldn't
there were
cause
other
something
cars
that
in front
happened
of
in
him.
front of
Like,
him.
I'm gonna play it, and then we're gonna talk some more.
I mean, truthfully, man, I would have been worrying about my tires and where the glass was. I would have stayed back.
Okay, man, we get it. You would have stayed, but he didn't. But he shouldn't be charged for that. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like he should have. Just because he left the scene and they made a point of saying everybody else stayed and he left. Okay, so he left. He saw an accident happen. He left the scene. It's done
And
all day,
lying
every day.
witness. Ooh, child, got me hot.
Let me play the clip again. Now the first clip we're gonna watch is the clip that his attorney put out.
At the time of impact, he's collision, which we're going
District Attorney's investigation compared to the original state police investigation. The conclusion of the DA's report was that Lacey was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
in the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodeau, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Lacey.
Did you
Okay,
see
that's
that
a
man?
different.
Did you see that?
Oh, but that's not how I seen it when I came in. You showed me 2 different videos of him driving where it was nothing on the other side. It was nothing, none of this. He was nothing in this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go back to the other way because see, this is the difference between the 2 angles. This video we watching right here is the video that you can clearly tell is from that gas station surveillance. It's grainy, it's ridiculous, but it's that's the video that his attorney put out. Okay, And then the next video we're gonna watch is what the Louisiana State Police Department put together.
But you don't. Do you consider that being first on the scene though?
He
I
ain't
mean,
no law
He's right
enforcement.
there.
He is
It was
first,
those other people.
but he's not the only one. You said he pulled up on it, but there were cars ahead of him. There were
From
cars
from the
ahead
other
of him.
from the other video, it looked like this accident was like 5 seconds from the other video where he was just pulling down that road. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said that.
I'm gonna play this one more
I
time.
didn't see this.
I'm gonna play this one more time. Then we're gonna go to the other video. Yes, Keith. Yes, he.
Also look at the two vehicles. Pay attention to the two vehicles that collided.
That's what I was looking at. It looks like a T-bone. It looks like that truck was coming from a different direction.
Exactly.
That don't even look like what they're explaining to me. This is why I'm so confused, because that don't even look like what they're explaining.
See, that's why I said I had to analyze and see the video, like boom, like right there.
Look like somebody was making a left turn and turned into wasn't paying attention to the light.
One paying attention.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna play this one more time, y'all, and then man, we're gonna go to that other video that you probably came in on.
Regional State Police investigation. The conclusion of the DA's report was that Lacey was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodeau, coming from Vacherie. Point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is.
See, it looks like that car from the left came from a whole nother direction.
Yep, and hit him in front.
Almost like a T-bone.
Mm-hmm.
You can't unsee this.
His report was that Lacey was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodeau, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Lacey come to a stop.
The video provides key insight that was previously withheld, according to Ori.
At the time of impact, he's 72.
Oh yeah, it don't look like he stopped right
the
here.
vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword.
It looked like he slowed down and went around.
He didn't have to. I mean, you may look at it as like, I would have stopped, he should have stopped, we could have stopped. He didn't have to.
Where's the humanity? I would have stopped. At
I'm
least.
not talking about humanity.
That was the 3 seconds difference.
Let me tell you where's the humanity. The humanity is gone from me. You want to know why? Because they charged this young man with a crime. They charged him and said that he was the cause of this accident. It is not a crime. Okay, you say humanity, I get it, man. But it is not a crime not to stop at an accident when you see an accident happen, especially if you don't think you have anything to do with it. That's not a crime.
I didn't have nothing to do when that mother jumped the ditch first thing in the morning when I was coming home from work. But I stopped my car to make sure she was all right. There wasn't no babies in the car.
We're not talking about when you stop personalizing it. Will you stop? I get what you're saying. It's a lot of people that feel that way because they've been cut off, or they've had somebody to be switching lanes and cause them to have to veer. I get all of that, but you can't put that on him.
That was a head-on collision, though. I would.
Mad. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not.
I understand. I'm not
gonna do it. I get it. That okay. Say Kyron. Baby, you should have stopped. You should have stopped and saw what was going on and this and the third. I get that. But do you not know that this man's life was ruined? He's gone, man. Do you know that they charged him with a crime that he did not commit? And that's his punishment. That is his punishment for not stopping at an accident. That's his punishment. He gets charged with the accident.
Well, he shouldn't be charged with the accident, but still, I think he should have stopped. Well, if he stopped and the cops showed up, maybe he wouldn't be charged right now. Because maybe he can explain what he saw.
I'm going to the next video, y'all. I'm going to the state.
I could be right too. Come on, help me out.
Let me look at both of these videos.
Go ahead, Fawn. Go ahead, say what you guys say.
No, I don't have nothing. I'm just gonna watch the videos.
My mom was a nurse and she stopped at every accident she seen. I used to be so mad until I was old enough to understand. He was headed somewhere. Now he would have been arrested on the spot. Why would he been arrested? Why you think he would have been arrested, Dez? Had he stopped?
Because the same way those witnesses sat there and lied when the police pulled up and said, "Did y'all see the green Charger? He's the cause of this."
Yeah, I heard
the
that.
Same way.
I heard that. Yeah.
And that's why it's just like, just disgusting.
All right, y'all. Let's watch this one. Let's watch this.
I'm Colonel Robert Hodges, Superintendent of Louisiana State Police. You're about to view a critical incident briefing video that is intended to give the community a better understanding of the incident that occurred. The video is inclusive of evidence related to the incident, which may include 911 calls, body-worn camera footage, and other relevant information. As this comprehensive investigation develops, our understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed.
Thank you.
The department's ability to investigate these incidents relies on the impartial and transparent investigations, as well as considering the potential criminal responsibility of those involved.
On Tuesday, December 17, 2024, Louisiana State Police Troop C began investigating a fatal crash that occurred on LA 20 near Perez Lane.
All right, I'm gonna slow this one back down too. So I just sped it up. Let me slow it back down.
Lane and Chack Bay, located in Lafourche Parish. This investigative briefing has been prepared to provide clarification of the facts and an accurate depiction of the evidence in the moments leading up to the crash and the subsequent investigation. Due to differences in technology, the timestamps on the business surveillance footage may not align with the actual time data recorded by Louisiana State Police based on recorded radio communications. According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 52 seconds, a green Dodge Charger is seen traveling south in the opposing lane on LA 20 at a high rate of speed, passing 3 passenger vehicles and 1 loaded 18-wheeler in a designated no passing zone with a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. As a green Dodge Charger returns to the braking and engine deceleration are immediately followed by a crash that can be heard on the surveillance footage.
The way they constructed this, they made it seem like as soon as he got back over, there was an accident. Y'all get what I'm saying? Hello, anybody?
Yeah. Yep. And remember
the way they put this out, well, from what they're showing, it seems as if as soon as Kyron got back over in the lane, bam, that was an accident.
Can you play that again, please?
The way, and I'm gonna replay it. The way they playing this on this video is when as soon as Kyron got back over in the southbound in the right lane, bam, that was an accident. And that's not it didn't happen right when he got back over because he had been over and it was way in front of him. That video makes it seem like he's right up on the accident. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna replay it, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna replay it.
And 52 seconds, a green Dodge Charger is seen traveling south in the opposing lane on LA 20 at a high rate of speed, passing 3 passenger vehicles and 1 loaded 18-wheeler in a designated no passing zone with a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. As a green Dodge Charger returns to the southbound lane, aggressive braking and engine deceleration are immediately followed by a crash that can be heard on the surveillance footage.
Technology my ass. Technology my ass. That's intentional. They intentionally made it seem like as soon as that young man got over in that lane that accident happened and he was right there on it. That's not what we see. Clearly.
Exactly.
Why would, oh my.
So what is this? Generated or something?
No, the thing is when you see, and keep in mind, when Truth played this clip, you'll see where the caption pops up where he supposedly stops or starts braking, and it says aggressively braking, which he has to because the vehicles that were in front of him in the other lane had started slowing down. So when the crash happened, he hadn't even made it up to the crash scene yet, but they took it and took this video. As soon as he gets out of the frame of this particular camera, they play the crash scene,
There
the
you
crash
go.
sound.
There you go, Heathen. Tanya said maybe the cars behind him could have gotten into an accident, but I definitely don't get where he is involved in the accident in front of him. That is exactly.
Unless that one car tried to get away from his ass and then got
What
into
one car?
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Was the dude chasing him with a gun?
What one
No,
car?
because sometimes when you see a person that is
What one car? What one car are you
the
talking
one
about?
that got into the crash.
Was trying to get away from him?
Yeah, because sometimes
That's the only way possible.
yeah, when
How
you
Get away from him, how and why?
they were both across from each other. The vehicles that collided with each other.
Do I need to play it again?
know if I can get out what I'm trying to say, the car that impacted the other car that was coming from the opposite direction, what I'm saying, that car might have seen him aggressively passing, speeding, or whatever. So he sped up to try to get away from the green car and wasn't paying attention to him in front of him and impacted and hit that car.
So you saying that the person on the other side is at fault?
No. I'm just giving a scenario here.
Or could be at fault?
Yes. What I'm saying is because they're saying he passed the lane illegally, you could clearly see that he was speeding because he was passing up all those cars. The car in front of him that got into the accident that impacted the car on the left, coming from the left, maybe he was trying to speed up to get away from him, the green car.
And he underestimated the person that he hit.
And yes.
Okay.
I'm just giving a scenario here.
That's a good scenario, but that means that guy can't drive.
He was headed southbound. The two cars that collided with each other were east and west.
That one car was coming the same direction.
Yeah, the
with
man
the green
didn't
car.
hit the girl. The girl hit the man.
Correct.
Those vehicles were east and west.
Yeah, what she's saying is the guy who we think is turning into that parking lot underestimated the speed and the timing of the other cars coming in the other lane.
That's Kyron's fault, even though when they collided, he was back in his lane.
I did not say it was his fault. Technically.
By law it is though, but they don't see it that way.
Right.
I don't. And I don't see what the law. I don't see where he was. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't even get what y'all are saying about this scenario of somebody trying to get away from somebody. And now somebody did underestimate somebody. We can tell that accident happened. But I'm still not understanding how this young man caused this accident and he was behind all of this. I don't get it. I don't get what y'all coming up with.
To me, he's not responsible at all. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I think he put himself deeper in by not stopping, because they could have ran with anything once he left.
So, because he did not stop, once again, I'm gonna ask you, because he did not stop, that is warranted for them to put the accident on him.
How many people are in those vehicles that crash?
Because
That's how
he
many
did
people
not
are.
stop, they was warranted to put the accident on him.
Well, if everybody's story is sticking together just for insurance claims, yeah, he's gonna look like the bad guy.
Was
The
it
game
right?
ain't fair.
Was it right?
No, it ain't right, but that's how it went down. Exactly. See, sense. Those eyewitnesses put him in this. That's what I'm saying. If he would have stopped, it wouldn't have been no eyewitnesses because he's his
Okay,
own
so the
witness.
eyewitnesses said what they said, but they have footage. They had camera footage. Eyewitness can say what the hell they want. But if the camera footage don't back up what the eyewitnesses are saying, because people lie, cameras don't.
Good comeback there. I can't fight that one.
Investigation. The conclusion of the DA's report was that Lacey was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodeau, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyra Lacey come to a stop.
The video provides key insight that was
At 12:03 p.m. and 52 seconds, a green Dodge Charger is seen traveling south in the opposing lane on LA 20 at a high rate of speed, passing 3 passenger vehicles and 1 loaded 18-wheeler in a designated no passing zone with a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. As the green Dodge Charger returns to the southbound lane, aggressive braking and engine deceleration are immediately followed by a crash that can be heard on the surveillance footage.
Look how fast it's going
Okay. Was the light on the side that he's on, was the light yellow going red or something? Because that would be the only way. Which car? No, I'm saying because of the video. You know what I'm saying? You drive a car, you know you can make sense of what I'm saying. Now, the car, the side that he's on, is that side turning yellow, about to turn red, and that car
I
sped
don't even think there's a light there. I didn't see a light.
But it looked like it was an intersection.
Yeah,
was an
it
intersection,
looked like they
but I
might have
didn't
had
see
a turning lane to go into that parking lot on the right.
Despite Lacey's death in April, Ori hasn't stopped trying to conclusion of the DA's report was that Lacey was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
Hold on, let me see what Raven. Hey Raven, I don't think I spoke to you, sweetie. Just asking a question. So he was in the right lane, passed someone using the left lane, and the person above him pulled out into traffic on the right. I don't understand how he caused that. Help. I'm trying to understand myself, Raven. I'm trying to understand myself.
We all trying to understand it.
I see
From
this
what the,
truck right here is not allowing us to see. Like, I think, let's see if we can try to see.
he's definitely in a he definitely should have an infraction, but it shouldn't be the cause of the accident because if the
Changing
road
lanes,
if the
illegally changing lanes is what his
yeah,
infraction was.
and then it's an
Illegal.
accident. What's the rules of an accident in the driving book as far as if it's a no passing lane going
But
around
him
the accident?
passing
What's the
it,
law in his
well,
state?
he should get an infraction for no passing, but his passing didn't cause the accident, unless I'm missing something. I must be missing it.
We all missing something, boy, because
Definitely,
Zoodon came through and made an accident.
definitely was illegally passing. He definitely, once the accident happened, left the scene. Okay, but what I'm saying is, what was his illegal passing of those cars behind the accident have to do with the actual accident?
And that's when me and Fawn was messing around talking about something. He might have been getting chased. That's where that part came in.
No, he wasn't getting chased. He was on his way. I don't know if he was on his way to the airport or he was actually driving to his destination, but I do remember when I reacted back then, they said he was headed out of town. He was headed out of
No,
town.
we were saying he might have been chasing the dude that got into the accident. That's the reason why he left the
Wait,
scene so quick.
what?
That's the reason why he left the lane so quick. He was chasing the dude that got into the accident. You saw how he was driving. He was driving fast.
He was driving fast to pass the cars. I get it. He sped up to pass the cars that he passed. I get it. But when he got up on that accident, if he was going that fast, he wouldn't have been able to stop. He would have been in an accident.
No, but you just said he was far back enough. He saw the accident and could start slowing down.
From it, when the accident happened, he had already got back in the lane and slowed down. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. And he saw the accident from ahead.
I've been on the road for many years, driving for the post office and some of everything. You supposed to have your eyes at least 200 yards down, 200 feet down the road.
Yeah,
he should have saw. He should have predicted that as soon as he saw the movement and knowing that his lane.
What the hell are y'all talking about? This man could have predicted an accident.
What's called driving for others. That's what it's called, driving for others. You have to have your eyes on the road.
What you're trying to say, man? Defensive driver.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He had enough time to spot that just before it happened. He should have been at a slower pace coming up to that.
But he did not collide with anybody. He did not hit anybody. He was. Hold on a minute. Hold on. So now this man was supposed to have some type of telepathy. Because, see, apparently the cars ahead of him didn't have that same telepathy. He was supposed to have telepathy to know that an accident was about to happen.
No,
I am not getting in the car with none of you. I'm not driving with you, Truth.
No, what I was saying, he saw the accident happen. That's why he started slowing down quickly. He saw the impact. That's why he slowed down.
Okay, and what about what else?
He would have saw it further back if he was speeding by looking at that tractor trailer and how fast they was going compared to how he was moving. Why was he driving so fast? What was the speed limit? 45?
I just said why he potentially maybe was driving fast. We don't know this. My assumption is since he was passing cars, he had to speed up in order to pass the cars. He couldn't get in the lane of oncoming traffic and drive 20 miles an hour. He had to hurry up and get past the cars in order to get back over in the right lane, which is what he did. That's why he was driving so fast. Now, what in the hell him predicting an accident got to do with him being charged for the accident?
It ain't predicting the accident. It's like seeing it happen just before it happens.
How do
Like if
you
you see
see
a car,
something
if you
happen
see a,
before it happened?
if you're driving down the road and you see a car starting to merge over into your lane, going heads on, ain't that predicting what you, and don't you have to predict what you got to do next? Because you see
Yes.
this coming.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive driving.
I see what you're saying, Matt. Sometimes you can actually see an accident about to happen.
Okay, let's just say he saw the let's just say he saw the accident about to happen. So what was he supposed to do next?
Start pumping his brakes.
Which is what he did. What next? What next?
If they had something out there to clock his speed at that moment, then maybe we could say something. But it looked
Once
like
he
he was
pressed
just
his
moving
brakes,
faster than everybody else.
his brakes and the accident happened, what next?
Even if it's 45 and the traffic is 35 and you still trying to do 45, I think a cop will pull you over and warn you.
You're not getting what I'm asking you. He predicted the accident. He slowed down. The accident happened. What next?
I don't know. I would have stopped. I don't know. I can't say what he thinking.
Investigation. The conclusion of the DA's report was that Lacey was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their
Let me just say this. If Kyron Lacey had been speeding and switching lanes illegally, and because he was speeding and switching lanes illegally and hit a car and someone passed away, I can understand him being charged. That means he was speeding, switching lanes illegally, wasn't able to slow down, caused an accident, person passes away. I can see him being charged. But how does he
I
get
don't
charged?
see. I don't know, truth. I don't know, truth. I don't know, because I'm thinking about it. Like, you have the people in the accident, you got the first car that pulled up, you got a tractor trailer, everybody sitting there being a witness riding up to this. How did he end up getting charged? What was the story out there? It's more than one witness in like 3 or 4 different vehicles.
Well, if
And no telling who was on the other side.
I'm gonna continue to play the Louisiana State Police video, and you're gonna hear the witnesses, and you're gonna also hear a witness. You're gonna also hear a witness be coerced to sign a statement. Let's just watch this one more time, and then I'm gonna go to that video.
I got a natural lie detector, by the way. Let's go.
Okay, yeah.
Report was that Lacey was not responsible for the wreck. Ori also shows surveillance video of the crash.
In the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodaux, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Lacey come to a stop.
The video provides key insight that was previously.
Tell me that don't look like some movie hitman shit. You chasing a person down the road, they get in the accident. You just, okay, yeah, fucked up. They keep
At
riding.
12:03 p.m. and 52 seconds, a green Dodge Charger is seen traveling south in the opposing lane on LA 20 at a high rate of speed, passing 3 passenger vehicles and 1 loaded 18-wheeler in a designated no passing zone with a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. As the green Dodge Charger returns to the southbound lane, aggressive braking and engine deceleration are immediately followed by a crash that can be heard on the surveillance footage. According to the
Yeah,
video
he was going
timestamp,
way
at
too
12:03
fast.
p.m. and 50.
In my Bluetooth headphones, I can hear the truck brake. All right, and the truck was way back there. This dude flew past that truck. I can hear the squeaks of that tractor trailer. So they was braking before he was.
54 seconds. A portion of the crash can be seen as it occurs. Moments
How
before
far
the
back that man is from that accident? You just saw that accident happen right there. Look where
He
he is.
flew past that tractor trailer. I already heard the brakes on that tractor
Mad.
trailer before
Mad.
after. Okay.
Man, look where his car up there. The accident happened right there. It's happened. Right. Look where he is.
Where's that picture compared to where we just seen him pass the tractor trailer? Because he flew past that tractor trailer and the brakes was already squeaking on the tractor trailer.
I get what you're saying, but I'm trying to understand what they got to do with the accident.
It don't have nothing to do with the accident.
So why are we talking about it?
Because you keep showing it. I'm just saying.
But I'm trying to get you to see. I'm trying to get you to see the accident. You worrying about the tractor trailer, man. I'm trying to get you to see where he is compared to where the accident happened.
He's far away from the accident. I don't know how he's blamed for it from the get-go. This is confusing.
That's my point. I'm gonna back it up so you can look at it again. It's gonna show. Don't laugh, man, because you know I get it. you
Like, I'm getting confused at what I'm seeing. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, you liking this, ain't you? But listen, I'm gonna back it up, and I want you to look because it's gonna show when the two cars collide. It's gonna actually show it. Hold on.
See, all right, go back a little bit.
According to the video timestamp,
Man, if you talk about
Go.
that trailer truck breaking one more
But
time,
but
I'm gonna have a fit. Because listen, I get it. Everybody was breaking at that time because they was coming up. Everybody was breaking. The truck was breaking. He even was breaking. I get what you're saying. Everybody start breaking. I get that.
But his brake distance was a lot shorter because he's still not responsible for the accident, but his brake distance was a whole lot shorter by how fast he was moving. I don't get none of this. This is a weird angle.
according to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 54 seconds, a portion
Pay attention, man. Pay attention.
of the crash can be seen as it occurs. Moments before the crash, the gold pickup truck abruptly veers out of the northbound lane into a business, while the green Charger is approaching in the same lane. Immediately after the crash occurred, the green Charger was observed on surveillance video and by witnesses traveling through the crash scene and continues north on LA 20, failing to stop. At the same time, all other vehicles remain at the scene to provide assistance.
That was his plan. That was his plan.
Okay, check this out. Check this out. Okay, I thought she was saying that like when we see him early in this video here, he was already in the other lane as far as ongoing traffic, and that's what that other car was looking at, trying to get out the way.
You can't say that because that car was turning into a business. That car was turning into a business. Maybe that's where that car was.
Exactly. But if the green car is in her lane coming heads on at him, was she rushing to get out of the way? Because she jumped right in front of the car that was going straight.
Maybe she was. I don't know.
Possibility. The green car could have been illegal it was passing in ongoing traffic or oncoming traffic because it was probably empty at that time.
It is determined that he was illegally changing lanes. That's been determined. So what y'all trying to say is because that car, the woman that hit that guy, saw him coming, saw him in that lane, she abruptly turned or tried to turn, even though there was traffic coming her way. She tried to abruptly turn into that business in order not to hit Kyron.
Or he not hit her.
Right.
Because you see how fast he was moving. She might have had a good estimate of time and distance.
Do you not realize that when this accident happened, he had already got back in his correct lane?
That's not the point. He would still be the cause of it because he was illegally in another lane, which forced, you know what I'm saying, another driver to react.
We're going to have to agree to disagree. Apparently, the state... see, this is the thing. If it was open and shut case that Kyron caused this accident, there would be no need to lie. There would be no need to coerce the witnesses. There no need for them trying to... I'm not gonna say that part yet.
It's too many witnesses out there for him to take the blame. Something that we not seeing that they saw. You know what I'm saying? So
say that again.
I said for them to have so many witnesses to come up with these charges, it's something out there that we not seeing that they saw. So.
So basically, the consensus is the woman that actually hit the guy panicked.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because she saw Kyron coming.
Hell yeah, he was moving. Like he was going back to the future.
Okay.
But that's just a, you know what I'm saying, a theory.
I'm not doing theory.
Trying to make sense of how he's getting charged with this. He has to be linked in some way. That's why I'm bringing up all the witnesses that's out there. Somehow it ends up on him.
Does he have to be linked some way, or could they just make him be linked some way?
How did they get this story together that quick?
What you mean that this happened years ago?
At the time of the accident, how did all of them get together, get their story together so they can end up pressing charges against him?
Because
so
what happened was the black guy who said, "Did y'all see that green Charger?" He ended up hitting the girl. He is saying that the green Charger is what caused him to hit her, to hit that other vehicle. That's what he's saying, the black guy, the black witness. He's blaming the green Charger. And then the other witness is saying that when Tyreek came through the accident scene, he came around in the opposite lane. That's how he was able to get through. So the cop, when he gets the witness statements, he tells the witnesses, you just state that you had to hit the brakes. And that's why, because of the green Charger, you had to hit the brakes. And that would cause this. When that's not, that lady and that the gentleman that passed, they had already had their collision.
Mm-hmm.
So they took what happened from the black witness, his car crashing into the accident that had already occurred, and pinned it all on Kyrie and telling the witnesses, yeah, Kyron. I'm thinking about Kyrie Irving.
Who the hell is Kyrie?
Kyrie Irving. So that's pretty much how that's how they ended up tying him into and putting all of the blame on him when that was not the case.
You want to hear the witnesses? So Matt, did you hear the rest of this video right here?
Nope.
Let me check for Funberry because she coming back and I'll be missing her. She hadn't come back yet. Okay, fine. I'm listening for you. They said there was no black man at the accident, but we saw a black witness who said he was the truck driver. The man in the 18-wheeler mentioned the green Charger. He seemed like he was upset that he passed them, and that's how he got mentioned. So the black guy hit the accident. That black guy, that's what I'm trying to understand. If he was the driver of the truck, he wasn't even up on the accident. I'm confused. Let's listen. Let's listen, y'all.
The briefing will now transition to the troopers' response and investigation. At 12 o'clock p.m., a two-vehicle injury crash with road blockage was dispatched to Louisiana State Police Troop C via the 911 dispatch system. The responding trooper arrived on the scene at 12:07 p.m. and was immediately met by numerous witnesses who described a green Charger driving aggressively and causing the crash. The video has been edited for time purposes.
102, be advised, we got total road blockage on LA 20.
If you get a chance, can you advise code of injury?
Civil.
It's a natural instinct to turn and then she had no hit head on.
Did you see a green Charger flying that way? A green Charger that going that way?
There was a green Charger.
Okay, hold on. Right here we can see y'all. That's a turn. That looked like that person was coming. What does that look like? Hello, heathen?
It looks like what I said. Kyron and the other travelers were headed southbound. That's a main stretch of road. There's no lights. But you have businesses on the side, the Dollar General, the gas station. So, play the clip and see what they say.
Turn and then she had no hit head on.
Did you see a green Charger flying that way? A green Charger that going that way?
There was a green Charger. There was a green Charger that caused all this.
SRT8, he caused all of it. He went to pass the cars way back there, sir.
The green Charger collided with you?
He said I was driving the 18-wheeler. He was in the 18-wheeler. Yeah, I'm confused about
I'm getting intel. That's about it.
Say what?
I said I'm getting intel. That's about it. I'm trying to understand this shit. Because how is he even saying that? I mean, I understand he flew past you and shit. You were hating that you was in that big truck, but how?
Like, where did he get that from?
Right. But listen to what he says. Listen to what he said.
Dad said, now listen to what the young lady says that was in the accident. Okay, Dez. Welcome to the chat, Dez. I'm sorry. You knew, and I hope you subscribed. I didn't welcome you to the chat, and I apologize for that. Okay, let's listen.
thing to turn and then she had no hit head on.
Did you see a green Charger flying that way? A green Charger that going that way?
There was a green Charger. There was a green Charger caused all this.
SRT8, he caused all that. He went to pass the cars way back there, sir.
The green Charger collided with these cars.
He went right.
He went around that truck.
Now you see how they asked, did the green Charger collide? Because that would make sense if he calls that. Like, did he collide?
Did he collide? But what was he saying about what happened way down the road?
He said he was passing cars way down the road, which makes it seem like because he was passing cars, these people got in an accident. That's basically what he's saying.
Never mind, the 18-wheeler guy, he was on the phone. Ain't no way in the world you saw him.
Why you putting everybody on the damn phone, man? What is your issue with the phone?
Because they blind and they charging the wrong guy.
No, this
they wasn't watching the road.
I think this was intentional. I'm sorry. If you didn't see something happen, don't say you saw something happen and you get what I'm saying. Like, okay, let's listen.
Civil.
It's a natural instinct to turn and then she had no hit head on.
Did you see a green Charger flying that way? A green Charger that going that way?
There was a green Charger. There was a green Charger caused all this.
SRT8, he caused all that. He went to pass the cars way back there, sir.
The green Charger collided with these cars.
He went right.
He went around that truck. Okay.
See how he explained it? He trying to make it seem like because Kyron went in between the cars, this is what caused the accident. Kyron went in between the cars to get away, to keep going. Do you see how he's explaining it?
Yeah, but my theory sticks a little bit more now that we on the road, because if he was passing cars, it's only 2 lanes right here, and that's a double solid line.
Dude, we get that he was passing cars, but the man was over in his right lane before the accident even happened.
But how did it look to the person who he was coming towards? Remember, you're looking at 2 lanes here.
Lying though, if that's the case, why are people lying?
Yep,
That's
the
all I'm
accident
saying.
had already happened.
I get what he did. I get it. But if what he did caused this accident, why are people lying?
Yep.
This man is clearly lying.
I'm putting it all in my head from the video you just seen me. I'm looking at 2 lanes right here. If he was moving as fast as he was making a pass, if he went past that truck, that means he was already in the opposite lane. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at and you're trying to make a turn and you see somebody coming at you, passing, dipping in and out of traffic, he could have been at fault. There's only 2 lanes there. Somebody was trying to turn. You're going in and out of traffic, moving at a high speed, which we saw on camera.
75 feet away. I'm playing.
It's a natural instinct to turn and then she had no hit head on.
Did you see a green Charger flying that way? A green Charger that going that way?
There was a green Charger. There was a green Charger caused all this.
SRT8, he caused all that. He went to pass the cars way back there, sir.
The green Charger collided with these cars.
He went right.
He went around that truck. Okay.
He was passing up with her right now,
and she had no choice. She hits the pole.
How are the injuries? What
she
are they?
got a broken ankle.
Playing it back injuries and stuff like that. I was on the phone when
2 back injuries, 1 broken ankle.
Yeah, I just told him not to move. You know what I'm saying?
You said something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green Charger?
I'm down 18 wheeler right there, sir.
Okay, so you saw it.
I saw it.
What did you see happen?
He went to pass him. I say he went to pass me these cars back there. He was back there around around the curve. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hey, he come down. Right. When he come down, I got Mr. He had his brother that he was taken to the emergency room, to the hospital or something like that, chemo or something like that.
All right.
But I got his number also. to verify this, because he was a car that was in front of her. When that green Charger came, he went caused this whole big traffic, so everybody went to hitting brakes because the Charger, I thought he was hitting the gold truck head on. So he jammed on brakes. She was coming down. They was going that way. When I saw,
which way was the Charger going? The Charger,
no, Charger going this way.
Charger's going this way. Okay.
She was coming this way.
Okay.
They was going this way also. Mr. jammed on brakes. She went to dodge Mr. And that's when she came on.
I was watching. I was by the gas
hit him, on the left side. She come over and hit him.
Which 18-wheel were you driving?
The rebel.
Okay. So the Charger, I guess, passed you up.
The Charger beeline. It was cars behind me because I'm taking my time.
And the Charger was passing all these cars in this
everybody.
lane. And so almost hit this one head on.
No, he almost hit this. It was a gold truck. I got his number right here. That's why I took his number and his name.
Almost hit the gold truck head on.
Yeah, that's his number and phone number and name.
So the gold truck, what did the gold truck do?
The gold truck in his area right here.
The gold truck slams on his brakes.
Slams on brakes to stop the Charger. The Charger swerves back in.
Okay.
And cut somebody else off, whoever was behind them.
Okay.
But then they slammed. They was no. The Charger.
How come all this what he's saying is not in that video?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, but it sounds like kind of like what I was saying.
Yeah, well, okay, great, Matt. But why are we not seeing this? Wait a minute, I'm listening. Now let me come up because it's saying I'm logged in on my iPad and I'm driving. Oh, you don't need to come back up anyway. Be safe, Fawn. Be safe. The gold truck said he didn't slam on his brakes. He sure did. Let's let Matt continue to hear. Matt wants to be right. He wants his theory to be right.
Swerved in front of them. They slammed on brakes. And
all this swerving and slamming on brakes. I didn't see none of that.
You got to understand, you're only looking at two lanes. So if he's bobbing in and out, what other lane is he going in besides oncoming traffic? So if somebody's going down, even if she wasn't trying to make a turn, it forced that woman to make a turn because she was coming head on it. We saw her moving at high speeds.
Man, how many times I got to say by the time that woman slammed into that car, Karen was already back in the other lane.
He shouldn't have never revealed himself to be in the other lane anyway with a double line there.
We get that. How many? I'm not gonna do this with you. I can't do this.
I need my lawyer. Where D Truth?
Yo, D Truth probably would have been cussed out and thrown off the damn panel by now. But I can't do this. I can't do y'all train of thought really fucks me up. Like you and D Truth, y'all
but that's exactly what he was saying before I heard him say it.
You can't get y'all to understand for real. Y'all mind, y'all brains the way it works. It's just weird. And you stuck on the fact that the man left the scene. You stuck on the fact that he shouldn't have been switching lanes. Both of those things I said he shouldn't have done. But you still got to.
With the double line sitting there, how are we going to explain the video we see him flying past that truck, going into which car, and within 2 seconds we hear the crash, and then we hear him hitting his brakes.
That's not how it happened. That crash did not happen 2 seconds when he passed that truck.
That's what y'all was just. No, I'm saying once he passed that truck, we heard the collision. I heard him hit his brakes.
That's not how it happened.
When they were sitting in front of that gas station.
That right there, where you heard that where you saw him pass the truck and you heard that crash like that. That's not how it happened. I'm gonna let you listen, and then I'm gonna let you listen to his attorney explain how the timing on that video was altered.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's continue to listen.
That's what he's paid to say.
He slips through, right?
Okay.
No, it was proven.
Oh.
That's why the attorney general is now involved.
Stop. You just don't want me to be right this morning.
She like the Rams the back of the gold truck. That's what I'm saying.
She almost hit the back of Miss.
Yeah, Miss.
Was Miss truck hit?
No. He was missed.
Okay. So the truck, Mr.
Even the questions that the cops are asking him lets you know that his story don't make sense. Can you agree with that? Even the cops asking him the certain particular questions that he's asking him lets you know that the story that this man is telling don't make sense.
Yeah, that's why he asked him, okay, which way was the charger going?
And he asked him, did the charger collide with them?
Yeah.
But I heard him explain that a minute ago. He was over in the same lane.
Even
I'm
the
listening.
guy had to stop and state
Exactly,
his
Tanya. That cop is
reaccount.
confused.
Yeah,
Because the man's
because they
story don't
lying.
make sense.
There's no confusion with the truth.
That's why the cop is confused. Because the way he telling the story, Kyra should have been all up in through that accident.
There should be some green somewhere, and I'm not talking about grass.
He slammed on it.
In other words, it was right up. The gold truck was right up there.
Right.
Yeah.
He slams on his
Okay.
brakes to avoid the charger.
Yeah.
This car, what?
Cuts that car off, if I'm not mistaken.
So what does this car do? It just swerves out the way to avoid.
To avoid him.
So
Because I was watching it too.
She turned the wrong way. Yeah. Instead of going towards the post, she turned this way.
Okay, so she turned this way, and then this car was just coming.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And then the charger came around.
That's the number for the guy that was in the gold truck.
Okay.
Charger passed in between the
Yeah, the
mailbox and the
charger
car.
stopped.
I took that because he was leaving, but you know.
Okay.
And see what happened, the charger had stopped.
Is a green charger?
Yeah. But then when he seen what happened, he almost hit me because he came right here and kept going.
He was the only one that jumped out of the trailer. Everybody else turned around went the other way. He jumped out of the trailer, eased through here, and went on down the road.
Okay. Okay. Look, I know it's hurting right now.
Listen to her, man.
I'm listening.
Hold on.
But do you think you could just tell me briefly what happened? Or do you remember?
Hold on, let me do this.
I just know the truck was stopping on brakes. The other car was trying to pass the other car. I was trying to dodge by not hitting them by coming around.
Okay. You remember how fast you were going?
The speed limit.
Okay. Thank you.
While on scene,
I'm gonna play what she said one more time. She said
But
she
who-
saw the other car coming and she tried to avoid the other car. That's what she said. She said she tried to avoid the other car, but she is the one that made the decision to. I get. Let's listen again.
Okay. Okay. Look, I know it's hurting right now, but do you think you could just tell me briefly what happened? Or do you remember?
I just know the truck was stopping on brakes. The other car was trying to pass the other car. I was trying to dodge by not hitting them by coming around.
Okay. You remember how fast you were going?
The speed limit.
Well, it sounds like from what she's saying, she came out of her lane.
To avoid.
God!
Somebody came out of somebody's lane to force something.
What?
Somebody's out of somebody's lane and something happened, got there going. Somebody dodging somebody, like she's saying.
From what she's saying, she got out of her lane to call herself avoiding. But why would you come out of your lane? One more time. I'm sorry.
What would your defensive driving be if somebody's coming at you heads on?
I'm
not gonna turn into another car.
I'm not
I mean,
gonna
if
go
she,
into another car.
I mean, it looked like because I used to drive wild too. You know what I'm saying? It looked like probably she tried to. It would have been an ugly turn in, but she would have avoided the accident. But her timing was off. She looked too old to have any.
Driving too close is when that man put on brakes. When that man put on brakes, she tried to avoid not hitting that man, and she ran into another car.
That's what she said.
So who is she?
That's why she got that ticket for driving too close.
So who is she? Is she in the main accident, or she's coming up to the accident?
It wasn't no look when them two cars hit. on that we didn't see. What, man, are you?
Yeah,
She
What
collided with the
main
man.
accident? It was one accident.
I
She
know.
collided with the man that passed away, but they're trying to blame it on the green Charger driver.
Okay, which lane was the dude that passed away in? I'm trying to pinpoint where this car is at. Like, where's the car? Which lane died? The person who was oncoming, or the person who was in the same lane as the Charger?
He was. Remember when I said east west?
Uh-huh.
So he would have been on the west side of the street. He's the vehicle that you see on the west side of the street, which would have been the same side that the Charger and the rest of the people were on.
Okay. So this is the person who's coming.
But she
This
was
is
going. She was headed northbound, and she tried to avoid hitting another vehicle and ended up hitting him, the driver that passed away.
so basically this was a T-bone and not a head on.
Damn near.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause see, I'm thinking head on, like he jumped over and it was oncoming traffic. We out here in the country, we do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah, because like that is just a main stretch of road that they were on. And then on the side, on each side, you have businesses, as you saw in one clip. You saw the Dollar General on one side, on another clip, and on the map that they showed, it shows the gas station on the other side, which is one of the angles that the police tried,
Queen
put out.
oh yeah, this is it. She said if she was heading north, which is what it looks like, she couldn't even see the green Charger before the accident.
Right.
oh, so she was sitting behind that truck that was blocking the view.
Right.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So basically, to me, honestly, what Karen was doing way back when didn't have anything to do with that accident.
Exactly.
See, now we come to a unanimous decision. Yes, I agree. He has nothing to do with that accident.
Big ass truck sitting right there. All right, let's listen, man. I'm gonna play the rest of this so you can hear.
Jumped out of traffic. Everybody else.
I really want you to hear when that state trooper was talking to the other guy, the other truck.
Around went the other way. He jumped out of traffic, eased through here, and went on down the road.
Okay. Look, I know it's hurting right now, but do you think you could just tell me briefly what happened? Or do you remember?
I just know the truck was stopping on brakes. The other car passed the other car. I was trying to dodge by not hitting them by coming around.
Okay. Do you remember how fast you were going?
The speed limit.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
While on scene, the investigating trooper obtained written and recorded statements. The trooper also spoke with additional witnesses via phone and ultimately obtained written statements later in the investigation. After the crash, the passenger in the Kia Sorento died. As part of the continued investigation, the investigating trooper made contact with the driver of the gold truck at a later date to obtain an official written statement based on previous conversations. Troopers also received an additional witness statement describing the erratic driving behavior of the green Charger 10 minutes before the crash. Following
10 minutes before the crash? Really? 10 minutes before the crash? Really?
the on-scene investigation, troopers identified the green Charger as a vehicle of interest and utilized 21 separate surveillance video cameras to capture the uninterrupted path of the green Charger from the crash scene to its Thibodeau business 11 miles away. Through the use of investigative tools, troopers were able to obtain the license plate number of the green Charger on December 19th, 2024. On December 26, 2024, troopers determined that Kyron Lacey was the driver of the green Charger at the time of the crash. Just prior to the crash, Lacey was illegally in the opposing lane, passing southbound vehicles. The gold truck traveling north veered right to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger. As the gold truck veered right, the driver of the Kia Cadenza saw the approaching green Charger. In reaction, the Kia Cadenza driver swerved left into the southbound lane and impacted a northbound Kia Sorento. Through the investigation, troopers determined that the driver of the gold truck reacted appropriately to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger, which was approaching at a high rate of speed. In consideration of the high speed of the green Charger compared to the surrounding and opposing vehicles, the reaction time of the involved drivers was greatly diminished. Since the incident occurred, the Louisiana State Police never reported that the green Charger impacted any of the involved vehicles. However, all evidence collected supports the conclusion that Lacey's reckless operation of the green Charger in oncoming traffic triggered the chain of events involving the other drivers, ultimately resulting in the fatal crash. Additionally, troopers determined that less than 10 minutes after the crash occurred, evidence supports that Lacey's first outgoing phone call was to a Baton Rouge area personal injury and defense attorney. After consultation with the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office on January 2, 2025, an arrest warrant was signed on January 8, 2025 through the 17th Judicial Court for Kyron Lacey. In coordination with his attorney, Lacey was arrested on January 12, 2025 at the Lafourche Parish Correctional Center. The driver of the Kia Cadenza was initially issued a citation for following too close, which was later amended to driving left of center. This incident resulted in numerous injuries and loss of life. All involved victims deserve a thorough and complete investigation based on all available factual evidence. Additional investigative reports and videos can be utilized through the Trending Topics link on the GovQA platform.
But isn't that what I was? So if I was a trooper and I stuck with what I said at first, as far as he would, because now they're saying it wasn't a T-bone. She was avoiding oncoming traffic, which that's what I was thinking from just looking at the video and how it occurred. So how did we get to a T-bone accident of northbound when it's east and west?
I didn't even understand what you just asked, but I'm I ain't gonna even lie. Let's listen to this is Matt Ory. This is Kyron's attorney, who has been stating since day one that Kyron was not at fault. Let's listen to
his attorney lying.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say his attorney lying before you hear what his attorney has to say?
Because
Mad just talking. Mad just talking.
Y'all heard that ending? Y'all heard the ending report? That woman dodged oncoming traffic. She made a fucked up judgment, but she really didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think about the fact that the witness said he didn't? She's saying she did what she did because the gold truck braked, but the gold truck man said he did not brake.
Oh no! Did she hit her head? Because I
She
mean,
broke her ankle.
the way it looks like, you know what I'm saying, she was avoiding oncoming traffic.
She said she swerved in order not to hit the truck because the truck hit his brakes. The man who was driving the truck said he never hit his brakes.
But still, she was dodging. What put her in that position is she was dodging somebody else.
Mad.
Yeah, the truck.
Mad. If she's saying she swerved and hit another car because she was avoiding the truck because the truck hit his brakes, and the man in the truck said he never hit. What the hell is she? What are we doing?
I don't know. I tap out.
You can't tap out. You in too deep.
That is true.
You in too deep.
Ooh.
Let's listen.
All right.
State police dropped new video today. Your thoughts on the video drop and new details from state police, given the fact that what you released from the DA's office on Friday painted a different picture. State police came out today. They dropped their own video. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think it painted a different picture at all, if that's what you're implying. But what I will say is what they dropped, let's start with the video. If you can refer to page 5 in here of the district attorney's own investigation, they specifically note that.
I think maybe you may have missed this, but in the previous video I just played, you do know that in that district attorney's report, they saying that Karen was not the cause of the accident. I just wanted to point that out. Maybe you missed that, but let's listen.
That video, the video that they provided, that the attention was turned to the sound of the video, is not synchronized correctly. Am I right or wrong? Is that not exactly what that says? It is not synchronized correctly.
Yeah.
Right?
The district attorney put in their report that crash sound that you heard, it was not synchronized with what really happened. It was altered. They're trying to say it's due to technology and the time that has passed, which is bullshit.
I work with that kind of stuff all the time, editing videos and stuff, and yeah, it can be witch code, but a crash sound is like a gunshot. It's going to echo, so the speed of sound is going to be totally different. You know what I'm saying? Even when you look at it in person, if you see an accident in person, the sound don't never line up with what you're seeing at that exact moment. You're going to hear it a split second afterwards. So, continue.
State police dropped new video today. Your thoughts on the video drop and new details from state police, given the fact that what you released from the DA's office on Friday painted a different picture. State police came out today. They dropped their own video. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think it painted a different picture at all, if that's what you're implying. But what I will say is what they dropped, let's start with the video. If you can refer to page 5 in here of the district attorney's own investigation, they specifically note that video, the video that they provided, that the attention was turned to the synchronized correctly. Am I right or wrong? Is that not exactly what that says? It is not synchronized correctly.
Yeah, sound on the video is not synchronized. You're talking about the video from the gas station when his car was going.
Well, correct.
And then the video of the wreck.
And what they're telling you here is that this video and that audio would make it appear that Kyron Lacy's closer than he is. But I love that that's where it starts. That's part of the problem. That's where the investigation starts. It starts with that video that we now know the audio is misleading. That is according to the district attorney. And it also starts with a witness saying the green Charger. That is one of the witnesses that I referred to initially that actually said that the Charger got in between and went in between the vehicle of Mr. Hall and vehicle number 2, and then they collided.
That's exactly what he said.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what he said, and that was a lie.
Yep.
That was a lie.
Incorrect according to their video.
What?
What do you say again?
Are you paying attention, man? See, this is why when we get further into conversations, you be saying some weird shit because you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. You got 15.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm coming in halfway and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Going on over there around yonder. He is talking. Let me play it again, man. Listen very carefully, man. Listen very carefully.
That's where it starts. That's part of the problem. That's where the investigation starts. It starts with that video that we now know the audio is misleading. That is according to the district attorney. And it also starts with a witness saying the green Charger. That is one of the witnesses that I referred to initially that actually said that the Charger got in between and went in between the vehicle of Mr. Hall in vehicle number 2, and then they collided. That is factually incorrect according to their video. I am grateful for the video. That same video is exactly what allowed us to ascertain how far exactly behind this crash Mr. Lacey actually was. So I'm very appreciative of the video.
So if we could talk about this, the state police dropped the video.
Did you get that part? The witness
Yeah, I
lied.
got it.
Driver
I
made
got
him,
it
he
done.
lied.
I'm standing by my guns. This dude a sucker, and he lying. But you can continue on. That dude sitting there lying. First of all, he got too much fucking body language when he fucking delivered it. He got too much body language. No, he can't convince me.
No, this man just stated that the witness said that Kyron went in between those two vehicles and then they collided. The video clearly shows that the accident happened and Kyron was 2-3 cars behind it. What is he lying about? What is he lying about, man?
Maybe my eyes and everything else is lying to me. I don't know. I'm seeing things different.
You're not. Are you able to comprehend?
I can comprehend a whole
We
lot.
sat there and watched the video and saw where the accident happened and where
I know what I
Kyron
saw.
was.
I know what I saw. I said what I said at the jump.
In between the cars and then they collided.
Man, that dude caused the accident. I'm sticking by that.
Who caused the accident?
From the green car.
You said 20 minutes ago he did.
Because of how you laying it down and the emotion that you putting in. Yeah, you're trying to convince me. But from what I'm seeing with my own eyes on how the video is delivered, he looked like he could be the guilty one.
According to what?
According to him, it's only 2 lanes. He's dodging in and out of traffic. You merging into oncoming traffic who was forced to move because of you driving reckless. Yes, he wasn't part of. Yes, he didn't. His car didn't touch the accident, nothing like that. But his movements of driving caused the accident.
If the facts are the facts and he's the cause, why the lies?
Who's lying? That's what the report just said.
Man, we just heard a whole lie. Will you listen? You know what? I give up.
I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm listening.
Their findings led them to believe that Kyron Lacey should have been charged with negligent homicide. You've released the DA's report, which is contradictory to what the state police investigation.
How do you explain that? How do you explain the Louisiana State Police report and the district attorney's report contradict each other? How do you explain that?
The district attorney is probably sitting in the office. The state troopers is out there and doing the analyzing. So I'm gonna go with the state trooper.
Do you think the actual district attorney went out there and investigated the accident, or did they
afterwards?
Or did they have? You know what, man? You know, sometimes I think. Never mind.
Shows and on
everybody can't agree all the time.
On the last page, it does say
you are ignoring facts.
No, I'm not. I'm sitting here listening.
On what you think is right, what you think happened.
No,
I'm telling you what the evidence is saying. The evidence that we've heard so far in this interview, and it's only been 2 minutes. We've heard 2 things. We've heard that a witness lied, and we've heard that the report that the Louisiana State Police the report that they came up with is contradictory to what the district attorney's report is. If the accident happened the way you say it happened, why are the reports not the same?
But mine is agreeing with the state trooper. It always had.
Of course you are, but I'm
I'm sitting there listening to how y'all delivered, and I made a judgment off of how y'all delivering it. But the evidence showed that he could be possible that he caused accident. It could be possible he caused accident.
Why the reports don't coincide?
You have to talk to the district office on that one, the district attorney. It switched up when it got to them.
You know, the last sentence is the evidence submitted in the crash report does not support that Kyron Lacey should have known his actions were the cause of the crash that happened approximately 72 yards in front of him.
At the time of impact.
At the time of impact.
So what do you want me to say about that? It is a very big anomaly. You're right. The district attorney of this parish, after their investigation, does not agree in whole with state police's investigation, right? And let's be clear, I released parts of this.
Yes.
The only reason I haven't released more is to try and preserve the integrity of individuals involved. Contrary to what everybody believes, I don't enjoy this portion of my job because other people are affected. But now is not the time to back down. And we're going to get to that in a second, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. Tell me what you want. I know you have a lot of details here. The video that state police dropped today, because I know you wanted to talk about this. When the trooper pulls up at the scene, there are people talking at the scene, at the crash site, about a green Charger. It seems like that was a key part of the state police investigation to pursue charges against Kyron Lacey.
Travis, let's be real. Think about this. You've been in that situation every day, so have I. Somebody passes you, right? I've never disputed he passed 4 vehicles. We're very clear about that. Those engines are loud. People get annoyed with those people. They pass them. There's a crash up ahead. Naturally, what's people's first thought? Surely that guy caused that crash, right? But see, the problem is...
Especially since he was passing people.
No. In that video, I heard the truck brakes louder than that guy's car. That's a bullshit excuse right there. But I'm listening.
What does the truck braking got to do with anything?
Because he brought up the sound of the car.
The truck was.
I didn't hear the sound of the car.
The truck was.
I'm listening.
The truck was braking. We get it. The truck was even farther from the crash than Kyron was.
But he's up higher and can see more. He can see a whole lot further down the road than that car.
The same guy they showed you, that's the same one who actually said he slipped between them and they collided. Well, we have video that clearly shows that wasn't even close to what happened. But we're going to run with that witness's statement. We're going to run with this video that we now know provided the yardage, that we now know that video was not synchronized correctly. See, when I released my video, that's actually the video. I didn't release one with any issues with technicality or sound that would make...
You didn't. You released the actual video. You didn't release an edited video where the synchronization was off. They clearly said they edited the video for time. But if you trying to get the truth out there and you got witnesses speaking in the moment, editing it. Why are you editing what these people are saying? Matt released the actual video. The actual surveillance camera video. State police released the edited video that they put together that was edited.
I mean, didn't they have to grab it from different areas of businesses? Unless there was a camera on the light. Of course, the sync is not going to be exactly if you get it from different sources.
It could appear that Kyron Lacey was closer than he was to the accident. That's exactly what the district attorney's investigation yielded.
It comes back to this. And I know that this has been a key talking point for you and for Kyron Lacey's family. You're not denying the fact that he was going around cars. You just feel like state police should not have charged him with negligent homicide. Is that correct?
That's correct. I've said it from day one. The proper platform here is a civil arena, not a criminal arena. I've never once denied he passed anyone. I'm simply saying he was overbilled in my humble opinion. That's not so humble anymore, right? I firmly believe he was overbilled. When I get the district attorney's investigation with this data and this material, it only gives veracity to what I'm thinking, right?
And let me ask you this, because some people, when they watch this is how the legal process and the criminal justice process plays out. Police do the initial investigation. They give it to the DA's office. The DA's office then has the choice to do its own investigation, which is what happened here. And it does appear to contradict what state police found. That's not that uncommon in the criminal justice system, I believe, where you have a DA's office that just doesn't rubber stamp something. They did their own digging and found something that was contradictory.
I can't speak for, I work in a lot of jurisdictions. All I know is in this particular case, they didn't just accept the fouling of the charges of state police. They did launch their own investigation for the 80th time. This is it. It's not Matt Ory's expert. I'm simply diving into all the data I received. I take their report. I have state police's report, right? And I go from there. You don't see this very often. You don't see that it's in direct contradiction, or if not direct, it is very inconsistent between the two reports. Let's just keep it at that.
Right.
Anyone who's saying otherwise, that's not true.
Could state police have made this video public sooner? I mean, I know that you dropped it when you got your hands on it because you had to wait for a little while to get it, but could state police have put video or their case out there more transparently in a sooner time frame?
I'm sure they could. I'm not answering questions on behalf of state police. I'm not blaming state police for when they decided, if never, to launch, to air this video. And I didn't launch mine immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I launched mine after doing my own investigation, right? So I have to receive this material. Then I got to go through all this. It takes a long time, and then, yes, we put it out. I wasn't letting this go down like this. We're going to get into other inconsistencies that I'm not happy with.
What are some of those inconsistencies? I know you have the police report that can follow, the DA's report that can follow along with. What are some of the inconsistencies?
Listen, I've been accused of cherry picking, right? Cherry picking information. You know what's cherry picking? When you have a witness, the key witness in a case, that you guys, the whole world, heard the audio, right? Where he's been being told what they need him to say. He stops them. He then says, hold on, this is the vehicle behind me. She caused that accident, right? That's his words, not mine. Do you see that anywhere in this affidavit for arrest?
Did you hear that, man?
I hear him. I hear him, but still, I'm not convinced.
This is the guy. That statement was made by the guy who she said she was trying to avoid hitting.
Truth. I'm a New Yorker too, and you can't bullshit a New Yorker. The guy's body language over here on the left just should be on both of these people. If he was right on everything he said, he should be sitting there just like that guy, just sitting there calm, just going along with the flow. To me, this dude is too dramatic, and he's stretching the truth a little bit.
You saying the attorney is stretching the truth?
Oh, he's the district attorney? Oh no, I definitely don't believe him.
You're confused. You're confused. The guy on the right is Kyron's lawyer. The guy on the left is some reporter or something who's interviewing him. I don't know who he is. The guy on the right is Kyron's lawyer.
Yeah.
The guy on the left is interviewing him about this video.
I know that. I understand that I know who the interviewer is. I was just trying to determine who this guy on the right is, who's so dramatic. It looks.
Are you really paying attention?
Yes, I'm paying attention, and it looks suspect. That's just my opinion. I don't fall for the hype.
What?
A lot of things. I can't explain my angles. It's hard for me. It's hard to understand. But you can't bullshit
tell me what looks suspect. You just confused the two.
You know what I'm saying? He haven't said nothing to make me say, all right, which call? I'm paying very close attention.
Be mad.
Just trust me. Yeah, just trust me. I don't go for him. Y'all can fall for him, but I'm just watching and listening.
Let me tell you why the reason why Matt Ory, aka the man to the left, aka Kyron's lawyer, is so passionate about what he's saying and about this report and this new evidence. The man is passionate because he had a client. 24 years old.
He gonna get paid.
Matt Ory had a client, 24 years old, had his whole life ahead of him, was on his way to the NFL draft. Okay. Had his whole life ahead of him.
I understand.
That,
I didn't know all that, but it's
let me,
understandable.
okay, I'm in the line because I'm getting emotional and you can't be listening. You're not even listening to me when I talk. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to explain to you why this man Matt is so emotional about what he's saying. He had a client, 24 years old, had his whole life ahead of him. He was on his way to the draft. These people put these bogus charges on him. When they put the bogus charges on him, the draft uninvited him to the draft. The people uninvited him. It was a domino effect. After that happened, the young man he ended up killing himself. He ended up killing himself. Fast forward, this new evidence comes out.
So you saying the guy that drive the Chargers is deceased?
For one, you could not have been watching me back in the day when I initially reacted to this. Another thing you might not know is that the young man, Kyron Lacey, the LSU star player, number 2, who is the guy that was driving the Charger, is Lucius's nephew. Another thing you can't know is that, yes, he ended up unaliving himself because of the domino effect of being charged with this crime.
Okay. Calm down, Truth. Calm down. I didn't know all this. I thought this was just a normal story y'all popping up.
Mm-mm.
I looked through it. No, I don't.
That to me is cherry picking. When you choose to not put information from a critical, maybe the most key witness, see one that didn't get passed by vehicles, that already has a preconceived notion about what maybe happened, that saw everything, and that guy says it's someone else's fault. That's not in here. All it says he had to take evasive action by emergency braking. Didn't he just specifically make it clear I wasn't even going fast? I didn't even skid mark? What emergency braking? And then we have cherry picking, right? Before you get into the black box, we have a warrant. The black box destroys the previous witness's testimony.
Because what you talked about, the black box in the vehicle doesn't show braking, as
none
alluded to in the.
You guys saw that. That is indicated. You can read it in this report, man.
Right. The DA's report.
That's correct. Right. So if you have a story that the vehicle in front of you came to a stop and then it slowed down and then you saw this car coming, see, that's cherry picking if you don't put in, but by the way, her black box does show she didn't brake for the last 4 seconds, right? Like, you maintained almost the exact same speed until 0.5 seconds before the crash, which is interesting because when you say in a warrant that they had to take evasive action, talking about, let's see, vehicle 2 also took evasive action to avoid a head-on crash with a rapidly approaching vehicle. Well, that's crazy because in this exact report, this states, if you want to turn to page 9.
I'm on it. Yep.
That this 1 second time was selected due to it being the last recorded time where vehicle 2, obviously that's her name here, where vehicle 2 was not taking evasive action. 1 second pre-crash, we will then locate Kyron Lacey back to the point that he will be in the process of changing lanes back into southbound lane. That distance between Kyron and Brianna at that point is 120.4 yards.
That's what I was saying about him already being back over his correct lane. That's what I was trying to point out. He was already back, even though he was passing cars beforehand. He was already back. He passed the cars and he got back over into his right lane. That's what I was saying.
Well, first I want to apologize to our Lucius. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know she was tied into this, and not like that. Truth set me up. She set me up.
No, man. I thought you knew. I even
no.
stated it at the beginning of the live. I've done content on this before.
Oh no, I came in probably with 34, 35. Well, I was late coming in.
I thought you knew. I mean that
Nope.
listen, let's be clear. This young man being related to Lucius, if you feel a way, it should not change what you feel. If you feel a way, then you feel that way. I mean, we can agree to
But
disagree.
if it was her, I
I was
wouldn't have
just
let it
explaining to
be
you why
known
I
out
was
loud.
feeling.
Out loud, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't tell you that in order to change your mind. I told you that to explain why I was being so emotional, so you wouldn't think I was just losing my mind.
I get it now.
That's why I told you that. I didn't tell you that to change your mind. No, absolutely not.
I just
Because
see
what you
Lucius
feel is what
going up in
you
the
feel.
chat. I'm like, I'm just
But you
catching
have
on.
to
Like, oh shit.
But you have to listen, though. You have to listen.
I was listening. I wasn't listening to everything I was listening more to what everybody they were saying on the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
My
You
bad.
mean the witnesses?
Yeah, I was listening more to that than the opinion.
And
I
see,
thought that y'all had
right
opinions.
here, he's explaining how one witness lied and another witness's statement was coerced. Like, and he knew the report was a lie. When that man tried to make him get him to change his statement, he knew the report was a lie. He refused to sign the report. That witness who they tried to convince to change his story, they put down what they wanted to put down on that report, and he refused to sign it. We saw it.
Oh.
He refused to sign it because he said that's not what happened. Yep.
Let me ask you this, just because there's people that are watching this and people interpret things differently and people interpret video clips differently, as we've all seen over the last couple of days. State police in the video they dropped today allude to the fact that Kyron Lacey came out of his lane, went into another lane, and that caused the other vehicle to swerve into this lane. That is a critical part of their investigation.
Sure.
That they feel like that's why they charged him, because he came out. No, guys, what are you going to show me? I know, because it's right there. Yeah.
But that's my point,
right,
Travis.
yeah.
That's my exact point. Like, where's the narrative? Is he now still in the lane of travel? Like, what are we playing chicken? What's going on? Because right here it states once again, they're telling you to avoid a head-on crash with the rapidly approaching vehicle. We know now that's not true. You saw this vehicle. He arrived seconds after. And if you're going to come up with use the statements given by someone, you don't know the suggestive manner those statements were given. Everybody wants to crucify vehicle number 2. Why? This is an accident that happened. I understand but hold on. Everyone's distracted at some point driving. Then they immediately crucify her. But they're telling you here in her statement, the district attorney's recap of it all.
Right.
Travis, do you think it's possible? I mean, look at this. He steps on his brakes first, so slows down. But then he does it again, and this time really hard. But that's when you can see on the side the car is trying to get back over. So they're putting all these parts of the statement. But the data shows that is not what happened. So they're going to come after me. They're coming after me, right? How dare I? You're right. How dare I challenge the very witnesses that are giving these statements? How dare I show you the actual black box? The actual black box. You can't dispute that. You can pull it up here. It's right here. Does that not show you, Travers, at 5 seconds to then, you don't start activating your ABS until 0.5 seconds before? So my question is, if you saw all this, if you saw the vehicle in front, stop. If you saw them slow down, if you saw a vehicle approaching, you just forgot to tap your brakes? But I'm the bad guy now, right? Because state police drops a video that, of course I knew it existed. Why would I want something airing that is not accurate? They told you right here. They told you. The video is not synchronized correctly.
Right.
I love the video. The video is the only thing that can allow us to extract data to show when he was back in. To be clear, he was back in his lane, 92 yards, according to the district attorney. At the time of impact, he was 72 yards behind the vehicle. I'm not backing down. I'm not here to hurt anybody. But dang, you're going to come after me for going through this process, well, then, that's where we are.
The Attorney General said yesterday that she's going to take a look at this. Do you welcome that? Do you welcome the Attorney General or any outside law enforcement agency to come in and say, look, let's take a look at everything the DA found, everything state police found, everything Matt Ori is saying? Do you welcome them coming in and putting a fresh set of eyeballs on this, try to get to the bottom of it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. As long as I believe, which I have no reason not to, I have no reason to believe the AG will not launch their own independent investigation that's unbiased, that's fair. That's all I can ask for. Invite all the eyes. I even heard today that they talked about didn't he say they called his attorney or an attorney?
That was another thing, that after leaving the accident scene, he made a phone call to an attorney. If you want to address that.
That attorney is his little brother's dad. That attorney is who he talks to all the time. That attorney is one that he games with. They talk 2 to 3 times a week.
I did not know that. I didn't know that. Did you hear that, Heathen? Are you still here? Heathen? Heathen on mute. She may be sleep, eating, sexing, ain't no telling. Man, did you hear that?
I did.
So the phone call that he made, where they said he called a accident / bodily injury attorney, actually was his little brother's dad. So can we assume that phone call was about what had just happened, or could we assume that phone call was just don't have anything to do with what had just happened? I don't know.
Right now, I feel like I fucked up, so I'm gonna just stick with the guy on the right. That day, all right.
Don't do that. Don't. You know what? I be want to wring your neck sometimes. No, don't do that. I was just making a statement that I did not know. Because when I heard that too, I was like, I'm gonna tell you what I thought. I'm gonna be honest. See, you be honest. Don't change your mind because of what the situation is. You be honest. Okay. So
hey, I'm outnumbered.
Listen, when I heard that Kyron had made his first phone call after that accident was to, because see, they never said what they said. He made a phone call to an attorney. When they said that, my thoughts were, okay, maybe he did think he had something to do with it. Maybe he did think that, you know what I'm saying, he felt some type of way and he called an attorney. But the twister is that attorney is not just an attorney. He's a family member. So we don't know if that call was about the accident or if that call was about some family stuff. But the thing about it is, why leave out the fact that that attorney was a family member? Why would you just say, oh, after the accident, he called an attorney? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's little stuff like that, man, that have me, thinking. You know what I'm saying? But let me back that up one more time so I can hear what he said about that.
Balls on this, try to get to the bottom of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As long as I believe, which I have no reason not to, I have no reason to believe the AG will not launch their own independent investigation that's unbiased, that's fair. That's all I can ask for. Invite all the eyes. I even heard today that they talked about didn't he say they called his attorney or an attorney?
That was another thing, that after leaving the accident scene, he made a phone call to an attorney. If you want to address that.
That attorney is his little brother's dad. That attorney is who he talks to all the time. That attorney is one that he games with. They talk 2 to 3 times a week. And most importantly, that attorney was with his dad that day in New Orleans. That's a fact. I can absolutely prove that. We know why they were there in New Orleans, for work, right? Mm-hmm. You don't know the content. I'll let his dad tell you what the content was. There was a message surfacing on social media the other day that I can't deny, that he sent to his trainer, that he told him there was a wreck in front of him, some head-on, and they use the word FH, curse word, but that's out there. That's his state of mind at the time. But we're alluding, like, why are we cherry picking that he called his attorney? Look, he called his attorney, who's his little brother's dad, who he talks to all the time. Why just say that, right? Why?
I mean, do you think that they're putting, is that getting back to your
I don't know.
cherry picking, they put in there that his first call was to an attorney? It does make it seem like, it does paint the picture that he did something wrong and he's trying to see if he can reach out to a lawyer.
But just be, that's what it is.
There's
Don't act like this is a guy I didn't talk to all the time.
Right.
There's messages from that whole month before between those two, long before an accident.
And to get back to this, just to circle back to this, when you see, you shared, and under the DA had it was the piece of body camera video when they went to go get the witness statement, which
Right.
obviously you have pointed out what the state trooper was talking about with that gentleman. When it comes back to those statements that were made at the scene, one was made by a truck driver. There was a woman who looked to be injured on the ground. They blurred out her face in the video. What is your reaction to that? I mean, is it just, why do you think those people are saying what they're saying at the scene?
Well, I can tell you, the individual vehicle number 2 at the scene, of course. You think she didn't hear what the other drivers that were outside their vehicles right by this were saying prior to anybody getting there? You think that's not logical? You think it's not an issue there? If you're so clear on what happened, why did you have to tell the guy what you needed him to say? Why? Why the day before was your body camera off for 4.5 minutes before activating the audio portion of that when you got his first statement, the statement that you wanted, right? But then the time of truth when he's on camera activated and I can see him and hear his audio, and you give me a statement, which by the way, cherry picking, never made it. Did you see anywhere in this affidavit where it states the guy actually stopped and said it was someone else's fault? Did you ever see that?
I did not.
No, you didn't, because it's not in there. Wow, you think a judge doesn't take a second look when they say, hold on, actually the guy stopped him after that. And by the way, to tell him the story, and then the body camera goes off and you go in and we come back with a statement that is not what he said. You know,
And he refused to sign it. He refused to sign it. Let's talk about that. Mm-hmm.
It's refused.
Well, let me ask you this, because it's become a national story, and it's one that needs to be discussed and probably needs to be examined, as the AG said she would do it. In your opinion, and you're his lawyer, in your opinion, you got the police investigation here from state police. The DA was looking to take this to a grand jury. Based on what you have, do you think Kyron Lacey would have been charged by the Lafourche Parish grand jury
No.
with negligent homicide? I guess
No.
no.
In his interview, and y'all heard a little bit of that on that clip I played at the very beginning when he said what he said to Kyron. Kyron unalived himself 2 days before the grand jury was to convene. Matt Ory told Kyron, and I know this because Matt Ory, I reacted to an interview he did after Kyron had passed away. Matt Ory told Kyron, give me 2 days, which is, or he said something to the effect of, when the grand jury gets this, I guarantee you that they're not going to indict you. Matt Ory knew stuff about this accident and these witness statements and all this crap before now. He knew back then that what they had and what he saw, they was not going to indict him. He honestly believed that once the grand jury was convened, Kyron was not going to be indicted. But like I said before, by the time it was just, he didn't make it, y'all. He unalived himself 2 days before the grand jury. And it never made it to the grand jury. But Matt Ory has always come out here and said that if he had got a chance to stand before the grand jury, Kyron would have never been. But the damage had been done. do people realize or understand, Matt? And I'm asking you this: when a young man, and I'm speaking from what I know, right? When a young man plays football, from the time he's able to play football, he works, he plays football, he works hard at it, he perfects it, he's good at it, he's a star player. He plays in high school, he plays in college, and he's almost there. He's almost there. Days before the NFL draft, they uninvited him. And what I think in his mind, no matter what the grand jury said, no matter what happened with those charges, his life was already ruined. You want to know why? Because he was not going to the NFL. His dream was to go to the NFL.
So he wasn't encouraged that he could walk on, even if that failed? Because your ability ain't gonna lie.
No, I don't know. I don't know what
He was too young for them to give up on him just like that. They wanted to see how bad he wanted it, if anything.
And I think that's what, well, we all know he wanted it. The coaches knew he wanted it. The NFL knew he wanted it. He was not just a player, man. He was a star player. Go look him up. Look him up. He was a sure-in the draft. Go look him up. Go look at his highlights. He was a star player. His mental health declined. His mental health declined.
You think they would have just not charged him? No,
Do you think they would have?
No true bail. Well, it says they don't. It says they don't support it.
You got to look at this report. Do you think they would have?
I mean, I can read it. It says the actions do not support. The evidence submitted in the crash does not support that Kyron Lacey should have known his actions were the cause.
Don't ask me.
I mean, I know that we never got to that day, unfortunately, because there was a tragic situation in Texas involving Kyron Lacey. But do you think he would have been? You don't think he would have been charged?
No, I've been very clear about that.
So then the allegations, in essence,
I just think they were overbilled.
Yeah.
I see it all the
Right,
time. Like this is the nature of the beast that I live in, man. People get overbilled all the time for whatever reason.
See, that's another thing, Matt. Not Matt. Matt. That's another thing. Matt is even saying, yeah, I understand if he would have been charged with something, but they overcharged him. He's been saying that all along.
What was the charges again?
Negligent homicide or something like that.
It should have been like third-degree manslaughter or something like that, if anything. If they was going to charge him with that, which wouldn't, it still would have carried some jail time. But
his whole thing, though, he's always, and I listened to his initial interview. I listened to other interviews that he has done. His whole thing was he didn't mind Kyron taking responsibility for what he did. He just said that they were overcharging him. He kept saying that. He's saying he called it a witch hunt. You know what I'm saying? He never said that he shouldn't take ownership in something. You know what I'm saying? He's just saying they overcharged him, and that's what he felt.
So basically, they were just trying to. They overcharged him, knowing that they actually wasn't going to hit him with nothing.
What do you mean?
From what Matt was saying, it's like they overcharged him, knowing if they would have went to the Supreme Court or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about all that, but I think one interview I listened to, I think he thought they overcharged him because of who the victim was. Retired white military old man.
Yeah, that is Louisiana.
Yeah. I think he was either retired military or retired cop. He was one of them. I'm thinking it was military though, but I'm not for sure. Don't quote me. But yeah, I think his thing was it was because of who the victim was. The reason why they overcharged him.
backtrack, you extract evidence. That's kind of the point of what we do, right? Let's make the pieces of the puzzle fit. I'm not I don't know how to say it. I know that, like I stated before, there's consequences to me standing up against state police. I've said it a million times. I have no issue with state police. A lot of these guys, I mean, they're great people. They're not all. Some people just have investigations if, for whatever reason, they're not done correctly, or maybe they saw things in a box and didn't want to get out. But I'm reiterating the video you showed. You saw the key pieces of it. What did you gain from that? You gained the vehicle that I already told you that's actually the guy who said they went through. The girl on the ground that said they saw a Charger. How did you know that she even saw a Charger? Do you believe it's possible now that they saw a Charger? You saw a Charger, but you never touched your brakes? You saw the back of a pickup truck, in my opinion. That's what you saw. You never saw anything else. And you didn't, because this data in that report that you read says that. You know, don't forget, this was a girl who was cited for tailgating in the ambulance. That ticket was later retracted.
Yep, absolutely.
Let me ask you.
And by the way, what does the second to last line of this say on the conclusion? I believe it says what? It says about vehicle 2, following so close, which caused her, following too close, which caused her to take evasive action to avoid hitting the back of Dennis.
The person's truck.
Yeah.
So look, since the story broke, you and I have texted back and forth several times, and you have told me this is all about Kyron. This is all about what you feel is right for Kyron. What's the outcome that needs to happen here?
We just want, give us a thorough, independent investigation. That's what his parents want. You can't hide from the fact of what you heard on body cam, and somehow it's spun back to me as the cherry picking lawyer, right? You can come at me. We're in no position. There's my mindset, their mindset, there's no stopping. We're in it. I mean, there's overwhelming evidence in the district attorney's own investigation that raises a lot of questions, right? So the outcome, I don't know, the outcome is justice. So let's keep investigating. I welcome an outside agency. I want to know more. You don't know what we're going to find. We don't know what we'll find out about that particular trooper. I don't know what I'll find out about what he was. Was he directed to do anything? We don't know. I have no idea. These are all things we're going to find out. You just took your shot, and your shot was what we just talked about, right? You're talking about cherry picking. That's cherry picking, my friend. So that is what it is. We could do this all day long. I'm not trying to sue the media. I had no intention of getting back on. There have been hundreds and hundreds of requests. I told you there was one podcast that I would do, and that was for him, for Kyron, because I knew he was close to this fella. Mm-hmm. Other than that, nothing. And I'll maintain that. But if you come out with another statement, I'm not sitting back. Don't say I'm cherry picking. I suggest that they are, right? You got a statement, so it's great. They said the green Charger. That you didn't have to stop there. So you didn't think to look and say a black box says completely opposite of what this statement is.
Right.
Just be practical. Have common sense here. So the black box says that you never touched your brakes until 0.5 seconds before the crash. Yet you believe the guy in the front of you slowed down, then stopped, and then pulled off, and then you saw a car coming. Do you believe, after hearing that and seeing that black box, do you believe that that's accurate? No, don't avoid it. It's a question. Do you believe that?
I mean, look, there's a lot of questions, obviously. Yes. You know, it does seem like the reports, there are inaccuracies not inaccuracies, contradictions in.
Did you see an inaccuracy in a body cam video from what someone said to the statement that came out with that you saw nationally? Was that a contradiction?
Look, I mean, everything you're talking about, obviously, state police, yourself, the DA's office, all of this probably needs to be looked at further. So
it does. And again, if they want to make me the enemy of state police, that's absurd.
I don't know if they're making you the enemy. I think they just wanted. I think they were responding. I think they were responding to everything that came to light. That's why I asked the question. Should they have?
I know, Travis, but this is what you don't get, man. When you're in my position, you understand what's going to happen here, but there's a point where justice has to override. Mm-hmm. There's nothing enjoyable about saying that someone, I believe, messed up in a report.
Right.
Right? I believe there are various inconsistencies. So does the district attorney, by the way. Right? There's nothing easy about that. There's nothing easy about bringing up feelings for people who have lost people, right? It's not enjoyable. You think it's fun being on the internet everywhere you look for 2 minutes? I don't know how these guys do it, but I'm not stopping. I'm not.
Come on, man.
Whatever that is, whatever
Come
the
on, man.
consequence, because inevitably there will be people in there that are going to say, how dare me? You're right. How dare me question the integrity of this investigation? You're right.
Come on.
But exactly what you said is what happened. You have a video that you saw that was used, and you have that one, and you have that lady saying a green Charger, and off we go, right? It didn't take much to start breaking this down to understand, whoa, there's some serious inaccuracies here, serious problems. So, yes, thank you. You released a video. Awesome. That has absolutely nothing to how my train of thought. If anything, it blows my mind that's exactly how we're here. That's exactly why we got here.
Yeah.
But now you know that video, according to at least to the district attorney's report, it's not synced correctly. You know that's the same witness, one of them, who said that the actual car passed between them at some point. Now, how credible is that? You know that the vehicle, that the individual who we now know didn't touch her brakes would have all the reason in the world to go with any other story than what happened, right? Of course you would. You now know that vehicle number 1, the gold truck, you know what he said, then you know what was redacted on paper. You know that never made it to a warrant. We know the warrant didn't say anything about any of this. We know, according to this data, that this warrant is incorrect in stating that a vehicle was approaching. Yeah, in its correct lane of traffic. So, again, I'm the cherry picker, right? Take a look at a warrant. We'll see about cherry picking.
And just look, just because we have touched on it a lot, but just to wrap this up, you feel he was overcharged with negligent homicide,
Yes.
and you welcome any investigation that anybody wants to do. Take a look at all of this.
Absolutely.
And let the chips fall where they will.
Let them go, man. I've got nothing to hide here. Zero. There's only more to be told. That's what I'm
Basically, he
telling
want
you.
the truth out. This man ain't saying my client didn't do anything wrong, Kyra didn't do anything wrong, this and that third. He's saying I just want the truth out there. That's all he's saying. I want the truth out there. And then shout out to Matt. Shout out to him. You don't get many people, even lawyers, that'll fight for you like this, even in death, after death. You know what I'm saying?
I believe we find out more.
All right. You don't get it. All right, y'all. This is gonna be a part 2 because I have some other things that I want to react to and talk about. And so am I gonna do it tomorrow morning? Don't know. Y'all know I have football on Saturdays now, so definitely if I don't do it tomorrow, if it don't be this weekend, it'll be the beginning of the next week that we'll do part 2. But I do want to say thank you, Natasha Boom, and they'll say make up right, Tanya. I do want to say, y'all please continue to pray for Lucius and her family. As y'all can see, even after all this time, they're still dealing with this. They've been dealing with this since it happened years ago when he initially got charged. Continue to pray for Lucius's family. Continue to pray for all families involved, actually. But you know, the truth is the light, and you know, this young man, I feel so bad because I know as a mom what these young men, when they're passionate about football, when they're passionate about anything, you know, kids when they're passionate about anything, but I can resonate with this story because my son was passionate the same way that Karen was about football. And I know Lucius, I don't know Kyron. I didn't know Kyron, but I do know that the way Kyron played and how passionate he was about football, when them people pulled that NFL draft card, he felt like his life was over. The life that he wanted to live, the life that he worked so hard for, the dreams that he had, he felt like it was over. And I don't know it. He never told me that. But I know about young men that are passionate about that game and about playing that game. I know it. I lived it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can't relate to football, but I can tell you about wrestling.
Right. Right, man, right. But yeah. I listen, even though listen. I'm like Matt. I just want the truth to be told. And Calvin was young. Calvin was 24, same age as my son when he passed away. Young people make mistakes. They do. They make mistakes. They mess up. You know what I'm saying? But he should have been held accountable for what he was accountable for, not some overzealous state trooper or whoever that wanted to do this to prove a point or because of who the victim was. Prayers for the victim also and his family. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Continue to pray for Kyron's mom, his dad, his entire family. Continue to pray for the victim, his family. Thank y'all so much for joining this live stream. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Thanks for all that support of me, whether it was monetarily, by watching or double tapping the screen. I appreciate all y'all. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for coming up.
No problem, anytime. And again, my fault, Lucius. I did not know. Truth set me up. And I stick to my story.
Let me tell you something about Lucius. Lucius don't listen. Lucius ain't listen. Lucius is the type of person that you speak your mind, you speak your truth. It didn't matter whether or not he was a relative of hers. That was just my emotion.
Nah, my delivery would have been different. I wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying?
I get that. Yeah, I get that. I believe that too. Yeah. But I appreciate you. And when I do part 2, hopefully you can come back up again and we can talk some more. Heathen, thank you so much. I don't know what Heathen doing over there. And also thank Keep It Cute for coming up on the panel. I appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to the chat, my Miss Tanya, Miss Ann, Des and Chloe. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. I enjoy you in the chat as well. Melissa, all y'all. Yeah, Melissa, go take them, child. That'd be some funny shit, Melissa. Them football games be some funny shit. I ain't gonna even lie. But I enjoy them. But shout out to y'all. And I appreciate y'all. And we'll do part 2, all right? Y'all have a blessed, beautiful rest of the day. I'll see y'all later over in Simpleville. Okay? And until next time, true citizens, true seekers, stand up and we out. I love y'all. We love you, Lucius. I'm gonna play. Y'all know what? I'm gonna play my outro, but I'm gonna also play. I wanted to play that intro I had. Let's see. So y'all, for those that didn't see the intro when we came in, y'all stay tuned for the intro. Let me put it back up. I mean for the outro. Let me put it back up. I know some people in here that wasn't here in the beginning. So, Karen Lacey.
Lacey is so good. I mean, he doesn't have the speed maybe of his teammate Hilton, but physical, strong, just so good in contested catches, so savvy.
Tonight, we begin with a tragic end for a young man hoping for a promising future in the NFL. The former LSU star died during a police chase in Harris County over the weekend.
Officers first responded to a call Saturday night after Lacey and a family member got into an argument. Police say Lacey fired a shot at the ground and then took off in the car. He crashed several miles later. EMS pronounced Lacey dead at the scene, saying he appeared to have shot himself prior to that crash. An autopsy, though, is yet to be conducted. Lacey was facing a negligent homicide charge in connection with the deadly crash last December that killed a 78-year-old man. A grand jury was scheduled to start hearing the case today.
His lawyer, calling the investigation a witch hunt, is demanding a full review of the case and the media's treatment of Laci.
Because, Ocho, when we growing up, we young, we thought only old people die. I didn't see a whole lot of young people die. We thought old people, you get to be 70, 80, 90 years old, but now we see that's not the case. That's why you can't be upset about, because death does not discriminate. He'll knock on the young, he'll knock on the rich, he'll knock on the poor. And when he has that appointment, it's the one appointment that you'll never be able to reschedule. You got to take that appointment when it's your time. And the thing is, we don't know when it is.
Incredible personality. I'll remember him as somebody that had a love for the game, a love for being a Tiger, and was a guy that played with great emotion. When you think of Kyron, you're going to smile most of the time because of the way he handled himself. He was a guy that was full of energy, and I think a lot of his teammates will remember him that way as well.
Because I would hate to suffer that devastation that was suffered this past week from someone in this room, and they sitting up there hiding in plain sight. So you don't have to be that emotional. You don't have to be that kind. You don't have to be that considerate. But look at your teammate and say, "Man, I love you, man. You know that, right? Yes, sir. You know that, right? Yes, sir. You know I love you, right, Ponchero? Yes, sir. And all the rest of y'all, right? Yes, sir. How hard was that? But see, the difference between me, I mean that. I really mean that. And if y'all take your time to get out your pity party and really get to know these coaches as well as myself, you'll know we really mean that. It's not about what you could just do for us, it's really what we could do for you. Because we've had our shot. We've done this, we've done that, we've had our shot. I do not want to lose one of y'all at all. Do y'all understand? Sure. So give love to your teammates. You always talking about family. You always talking about family. You always breaking it down to my family. But are you really family? Because family should know each other, family should love each other, family should support each other, family should be there for one another. Am I right or wrong? But we're going to be family, let's be family. Not only when we up, let's be family all the time. We got that?
I need Kyron to hold on for one day, one more day. But as you can see, God needed him sooner. But I can promise you this, as he always asks me, Mr. Matt, you got me, dog? Kyron, I promise you, I got you, dog.